Weather Center. For all your AC, plumbing, and electric needs, call Parker.
For your Thursday, look for mostly cloudy skies, temperatures right around 60 degrees. And then for tonight, another chance of rain. Right now, the National Weather Service giving us about a 40% chance of rain, with those temperatures dipping down into those mid-40s. For the Fox
20 seconds.
Experts, I'm Ty Brennan.
This report is sponsored by Breakmaster.
I've never once been golfing. Some of us have to work for a living.
Thousands of people get back to their families safely. Get your vehicle in Breakmaster shape. Download coupons at breakmasters.com. Only then.
It's not jokes. It's just straight depression.
We give you an honest break.
Calling all sports with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Proudly sponsored by On Air Sports Marketing.
State 48, Jimmy.
And is powered by the injury attorneys Lerner and Rowe. In Iraq and need a check? Make one call. That's all. 602-977-1900.
Jimmy, are you driving right now?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Now time for Calling All Sports with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. On Fox Sports 910.
Hey, everybody, we say good afternoon to you on a very nice Thursday. It is nice outside, maybe close to 60. The wind died down. Manuch, Jax, Ben, Jimmy B, and Rock will be here in a little bit. So it's just the four of us. The fifth wheel will join in a little while.
You know what? Yesterday was a very much of a Manhattan, Kansas / Buffalo day with all that wind and cold. And Jax could attest to that up there in Montana. Bozeman, right?
No,
I'm just messing with you. I'm making sure he's awake.
I know, he's Missoula.
Hey, so folks, that weather we had yesterday, what Jax and I dealt with every day, it seemed like of the year.
Oh, yeah.
Especially in the winter / springtime. That's why our mini, not our mini camps, but our spring football didn't start till end of April, about mid-April. So we had at least some weather. But that was like, it brought a kind of sort of a tear to my eye that, all this wind, this cold, but every day. And then you get to Buffalo, you have that wind, but just 40 degrees cooler, like 20 below. Now it would go that far, but 20 degrees.
I can tell Jimmy B is a little upset right now. They just changed his golf channel on the same monitor they did last week instead of the one that he preferred in front of him.
That is correct.
So me and Manuch can now watch the golf channel.
And I have to turn my head.
Jimmy has to turn his head.
Yeah, God forbid he turn his head. Like, let me see, 5 inches right.
Yeah,
that's it.
I'm going to start telling everybody I'm Manuch. Maybe I'll get treated better.
All right. You got to grow about 10 more inches there, Jimmy.
Well, that too. All right, let's go.
Time for the top local and national stories of the hour. Powered by the Sportsbook at CAZ Sports Bar in Casino, Arizona. Bet big on your favorite teams and players in an environment that's as exciting as the game you're watching. There's no better place in the Valley to get in on the action. The Sportsbook at CAZ Sports Bar. Now, guys, what's your top story this hour?
Well, here's the story. Everybody's crying the blues. We discussed it yesterday. We had Tim Kempton on the show. He reiterated he didn't think he was going to see Kevin Durant in Friday night's game. And I went to a refreshment stand last night as well, and guys were just like crying in their beer. And they just kept drinking more beer. So I left before they left because I didn't want to make sure they run into me. Manuch, he's not going to see the court, meaning Kevin Durant, now until next Wednesday when the club is on the road playing the Hornets in Charlotte.
Well, maybe.
Maybe.
It's a caveat.
Yeah.
James Jones, the general manager, said, hey, look, we're hoping to have him play looking at next Wednesday, as you mentioned there in Charlotte, that being the first. Or you can hold him till you come back a week after that on March 8th against Oklahoma City here at home, make his home debut, make sure he's completely healthy. Because I think a lot of what they're looking to do is do 5-on-5 scrimmages to see how he can handle the physicality up and down the court.
That's the key.
The minutes, like a scrimmage. Because all we've seen him is just kind of one-on-one drills with a trainer and another player, just doing some going to the rim, just some jump shots and all that kind of, with all that going on. So at this point, it's like, okay, let's just wait. If he's not ready, he's not ready. And the trainers and the doctors might say, look, he's healthy, but let's just make sure he's got the stamina, he's got the wind before we put him out there. If it's next Wednesday, great. And if it's not till the following Wednesday at home, that's fine too.
Here's what the guy said to me last night, since I'm going to tell this story, whether you like it or not. And I'm explaining to him, you're not going to see Durant until next week. He says, I don't get it. He says they traded for him, and now everybody wants to watch him play, and nobody can watch him play. This is terrible. So fans are getting shortchanged here. At least that's the fan attitude that they have.
Just stay patient.
You have to be.
Stay patient.
If he's got to go a couple extra weeks and make sure he's got maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks of actual end of the season play,
running up and down the court
to get the continuity, get the feel, and Monty can get a rotation or get the consistent fifth man he wants to put in there, and who's a 6, 7, and 8. He'll have plenty enough time to that. Mm-hmm. I mean, even if he came the last 2 weeks and got his win and got himself ready to go, I think that's adequate. So, yeah, I think the selfishness of the fan, hey, I want to see him play. Yeah. We all want to see him play. We're like, wow, here's we just unwrapped. We just got this gift.
Yes.
It was Christmas 2 months late in Phoenix, Arizona, when we got Kevin Durant. You want to see him play, but you know what? The bottom line is the playoffs. Because remember last year, guys, 64 wins, and what happened? It was a clunker in the playoffs. They struggled against New Orleans. And then you see Dallas come in and win 4 straight. Yes. They basically laid the proverbial egg. So, hey, let's just be cautious and just make sure he's 110% for the playoffs.
So last week, before the news came out that he wasn't playing tomorrow, I decided to look at ticket prices and see how much tickets were, because fans were assuming he was going to play tomorrow.
Correct.
The lowest ticket I looked last week was $215.
Wow.
Right now on SeatGeek, $64.
Wow.
Dropped like that after that news came out.
Because he's not going to be in the line.
Well, guys, it was a question mark whether he's going to play or not.
It was a question.
So if you bought those tickets, shame on you. You know, what's the old saying, guys? Buyer beware. You know, and until you got a definite, he will be playing. And it was always kind of iffy. And even next Wednesday is we hope to. So the following Wednesday, if it's March 8th, it's against OKC. It's at home. Okay, so be it. But, yeah, folks are dying. They're clamoring to watch a play. We all are. But you know what? I'd rather let's just make sure he's ready to go in the playoffs.
All right, so that brings us then to our State 48 Roofing It's Your Call question of the day. And for a free quote, repair, or installation, just head to state48roofing.com and follow them on social media by searching hashtag sexy roof status. And here is the question. Must Kevin Durant play before the playoffs? Get action on the court prior to the playoffs. You have 2 options. 1, yes, need to build some team chemistry. Or 2, no, save him for the playoffs. Which way are you leaning on that?
I'm letting it marinate, but I'd like to see him play. I'd like to see some number 1 there. I'd like to see him play, get some chemistry, get him some reps on the court, get his cardio, get the rotation. I don't think that's asking for much. I think he will. He might play 5 games, might play 10. Hell, he might play 15. We don't know. But I'm leaning toward, yes, I want to see him play. I want to see some team chemistry.
Yeah, I think you wait just on the injury standpoint, wait for him. But something that I talked about on Saturday's show is Devin Booker, I think, is a guy that everyone's talking when they talk Kevin Durant, who's going to be the guy that needs to step up in Ayton or CP3. But Devin Booker hasn't played with a guy that's averaged more than 20 points since Eric Bledsoe in 2016.
Yeah. Wow.
And Eric Bledsoe, Kevin Durant's on a different scale than he is. But I'm interested to see how he can play his game, get 30, 28 points while Kevin Durant can't.
Well, I think there's got to be some kind of a blend, right? There's got to be some kind of a blend. There's got to be some kind of a continuity or chemistry. And I think not only for Kevin Durant, for him to play and get up and down the court, get his basketball wind, or I call it game wind, is just to make sure that Monty's comfortable with the matchups, who his 5th guy is going to be. Mm-hmm. Hell, he might rotate that 5th guy in based on matchups, or you look at some of the things he might do, just go with that whomever at that 5th spot going into the playoffs. So I'm voting for yes, neat team chemistry.
All right, so that is our State 48 Roofing question of the day, and we will revisit it throughout the show today. Just go to Roc and Manuch on Twitter and cast your vote. All right, so Vance Joseph, a guy who interviewed for the Arizona Cardinals head coaching position, was the defensive coordinator on the staff of Cliff Kingsbury. Guys, he now has himself a new gig. He is the DC for the Denver Broncos and Sean Payton.
And there's Sean Payton. There's an organization going after an experienced guy that's been there and done that defensive Coordinator. Since Big Fangio, who's a former coach there, was not available, he took off to go to Miami. that Sean Payton wants to win. He wants to put that team together. And they had a decent defense last year, especially their defensive backfield. So they're bringing in a guy, former head coach, right? Been a defensive coordinator forever, had success aside from his head coaching.
Everything that you were looking for in hoping to get a new head coach.
Absolutely. Exactly, yes.
But it didn't happen.
Well, and I think for the Cardinals, if they keep him, I think you have Jonathan Gannon go, look, let me bring my own guys in. Lo and behold, we didn't think you bring in a guy that's working on his master's out of college, for crying out loud.
Yep.
And that's, I think, the one thing, looking at Rollis and some of the coordinators that are out there and available. But that's a good get for the Denver Broncos. Got an outstanding head coach, outstanding defensive coordinator. Now, whether they have guys or not, they can work around their experience as far as trying to win football games up in Denver.
I think I can only name, I'm looking at the roster right now for the Broncos. There's like 2 players that I know. Other than that,
are you talking about their defense?
No clue. Broncos defense?
Yep. Okay.
No clue. Alex Singleton, he went to Montana State. Good linebacker. He's been a veteran linebacker forever.
That's why you know him.
Pat Surtain, best corner in the league. Yep. And then Justin Simmons, but their D-line and linebackers, no clue.
And here's the thing, again, if they're going to watch them in free agency, guys. Watch the Denver Broncos in free agency. Now you got Sean Payton, and he's got his staff, majority of his staff, if you will. So I think from that particular standpoint, if they're going to be aggressive as far as hiring defensive coordinators, paying their coordinators, now their next step, and I think they will. I think the Walmart family is going to spend the money to basically go ahead and go after free agency, and I'll be interested to see what they do with the draft, too.
All right. Rock will be joining the show after our quick timeout. Before we get there, Coyotes last night on the ice, they lost 6-3 to Calgary. So that snaps their winning streak that they had going of 9 games, 9-point streak that they had going on. So at any rate, the Yotes losing 6-3 last night.
They lost, but they won, right, Jimmy? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, they won. No.
They got hammered.
It snapped their point streak.
Yeah, I know. It's the reality set in, but
yes.
Calgary just got on a roll last night, and they
blitzed them.
They did. They got out.
Hey, can I just mention something since I'm the fifth wheel of
the
show?
About time you showed
Did that hit a nerve, Rock?
Which I heard as I'm walking in. I want to address the Kevin Durant situation and the folks out there that are questioning why it's taking so long. How do you sign a guy and he doesn't play? I think the best analogy, and I think a lot of us can relate to this. If you were buying a new car right now, all right, you save all your money and you're going to invest all this money in a $100,000 car, whatever it may be.
Okay.
It's going to take 2 to 3 months to get that car delivered. Look at it that way. Mm-hmm. So when it does arrive with that big red bow on it, you're going to be ready to go and you're going to be excited. We have to have more patience. Kevin Durant is going to be a force for this team, for this organization for many years to come. To wait a couple more weeks is not going to kill us.
I look at it having just a great certified pre-owned vehicle that needs some transmission issues to fix, and once they're fixed, you got a hell of a car. I kind of look at it that way. I mean,
no,
he's not brand new, Rock. He's not brand new.
He is new to the city. He is a gem. You are buying a very expensive import.
Sure, yeah.
This isn't no pre-owned Camry that you drive. It's not one of those.
Corolla.
It's a Corolla. Same thing. It's not a shot. It's a pre-owned. Sure. It's like getting a backup player, and you're getting the pre-owned. It's good. It's serviceable, but it's not new.
Yeah, and I see what you're saying, and I think that everybody that is pushing for that, and I think it's selfishly they want to see him play. Just everybody pump the brakes. Pardon the pun, Rock, to your analogy. Pump the brakes a little bit there.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, and then just kind of let it ease itself back into the flow of traffic, to use that car analogy.
That's terrible. Your analogies don't make any sense.
Pump the brakes and ease it back into traffic.
My analogy about a new car is dead on.
I'm
you're
adding to your analogy.
You went down the stupid road with a pre-owned.
No.
Okay, you were so off on
one way or the other. We got to get those tires back on the road. Get it back in the race.
It's just brand new. There's no miles. You know how? Here's another thing you got to do. You know when you buy a new car and they say, don't go over 55 once you reach 1,000 miles. Yeah. My dad always tell me it's a bunch of BS.
It is.
But in this case, same thing with KD. You bring him in First couple games, 20 minutes and less. All right, break.
Break them in a little
We'll
bit.
be break.
Over there.
We're taking a break. No, I wasn't making a stupid analogy. We're taking a break.
It's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. You don't get this kind of information on other stations.
Fifth wheel.
First class.
I am taking charge today.
First class radio show coming up, everybody. It's Fox Sports 910.
You're welcome.
With just 4 home games remaining in Sun Devil Hockey's inaugural year at Mullen Arena, grab your tickets today at sundeviltickets.com or join us at 6:30 Friday and 4:30 Saturday for Arizona State and Alaska Fairbanks here on Fox Sports 910, the home of Sun Devil Hockey.
It's Dom with Venezia's Pizzeria. We love providing great food for family gatherings, parties, even work meetings. And we make it simple.
We sure do, no matter what the occasion. At Venezia's, we make catering easy. You can see our entire catering menu online at venezias.com. Or let us know how we can help at one of our 6 locations, including the newest, now open in Chandler.
We'd love to bring Venezia's to your next party. Venezia's Pizzeria, a family tradition.
Are you looking for a change in your career path or just looking to get back into the employment market again? Look no further. All City Towing is searching for motivated teammates to join their team. Current openings are in the areas of customer service, tow truck operators, yard management, facilities maintenance, and dispatch. If you're looking for a challenging yet rewarding opportunity, a great benefits program including 401k program with a generous company match, and a company that is a leader in the industry, apply online at allcitytowing.com/careers or call All City's HR department at 480-833-7278. All City Towing is Arizona's largest towing transport vehicle storage provider. Locally owned and invested within the communities they service. If you enjoy helping others by providing great customer service, working as a team, and possess great communication skills, All City is for you. Apply online at allcitytowing.com/careers or call 480-833-7278. That's allcitytowing.com. Golfers teed up at Van's Golf Shops.
The snow day one and the Brandon Miller game winner.
G430 Woods and irons.
Yes, sir.
Ping. The Ping G430 Woods introduced the next generation of speed with new face technology for longer and more accurate shots. The new Ping G430 irons are designed with pure flex technology for faster ball speed and more distance. Swing into Van's Golf Shops and get custom fit on the new Ping G430 Woods and irons today. Van's Golf Shops, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee. Be part of the NBA action with DraftKings Sportsbook. New customers can place $5 on any pregame moneyline bet and get $150 in free bets if your team wins. Download the app and sign up with code 910. That's code 910 only at DraftKings Sportsbook. 21 and over, Arizona only. Gambling problem, 1-800-NEXT-STEP. Bonus issued as free bets. Deposit, parlay, and wagering restrictions apply. Eligibility and terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com.
Rock, I'll let you set up both of these.
When you're in
30 seconds.
business, every blinking cursor, every blank page is an opportunity.
Just make sure you ask.
Will you make something better or create something new? Our Dell Technologies advisors provide you with tools and expertise to do incredible things. Because we believe...
Hey, Manuch, what was that thing about saying double check, check, triple check?
For advice on smart PCs powered by Intel V Pro that's built for business, call the Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL.
More sports,
7.5.
more Jody. The Drive with Jody Ayler, now in mornings 6 to 10 on Fox Sports 910.
You guys are hot.
They're going to be making an announcement here, hopefully next week or two, on the 5th location in Deer Valley and when that's going to open. I believe it's going to be middle of March or hopefully early March. Don't know exactly the date, but we will be out there. So looking forward to that. But let's get to our Valley Chevy Sounds of the Night, as today's Sounds of the Night are brought to you by your Valley Chevy dealers. Your Valley Chevy dealers serving the Valley for over 80 years. Find new roads at your Chevy dealer. Head to valleychevy.com. We'll start with college basketball, as a lot of talk, top story, all the stations this morning, late last night, having to do with Alabama's Brandon Miller, playing in a game with all the controversy. He has a heck of a game last night, 41 points, goes off. It's a career high. They're on the road against South Carolina. Even made the game-winning layup in the final seconds of overtime, and that is our Sound of the Night.
Miller guarded by Gigi, two of the most highly touted freshmen in the country this year.
Miller with 3. Miller to the rim. Miller with the left hand.
So Brandon Miller gets the score, the game winner, and then you hear today, after all these stories are coming out, this shooting, dreadful as it is, happened 5-6 weeks ago.
Right.
It was a long time ago, right? Mm-hmm. And now I guess the word is coming out that he's not going to be charged. He is clear from this. Mm-hmm. I don't understand the whole gun situation on he provided the gun or what have you, but I'm going to let it ride out until it all comes out. But right now, you're watching these talking heads going nuts. Should he play it or not? Should he not play it? The fact that it happened 5-6 weeks ago, I think it's just slow time in sports that these networks are trying to find something to stir up. What else could it be?
With all that in place, you kind of go, okay, or why wasn't, like to your point, Rock, the putting it out there. But why wasn't something in reference to as soon as this came down? And by the way, I read this story on ESPN twice. I'm still confused on. I would just think he's an accessory to murder, but I guess there's
kind of what I thought. If it's his gun, and the gun is licensed to him, because in the state of Alabama you can have a concealed weapon.
Yes,
that's a new law that went into effect in January.
And whether you knew what the guy's going to use it for or not,
exactly.
I think there's a connection there, and I think that's why some of us are so miffed. And I read the story twice. I told the guys, look, I read this story twice on ESPN. I'm so confused.
There's nothing they can charge him with.
That's it, and that's the thing.
There's nothing they can charge him with.
I think about that. I go, well, okay, that and stuff. So I guess a lot of fans, South Carolina fans especially, you're sitting there going, okay, well, they don't have the story right. We don't have the story right, so they can't charge for anything. So be it. Nothing to see here. At least what it sounds like initially, unless there's some other charges come down the pipe.
Every game that he now plays in on the road, he's going to get that.
Yeah.
The fans are going to be on him.
Tournament.
Like white on white.
They were number one seed a few weeks ago.
That's right.
Or number one team in the country.
So he better just tell himself he's going to get that kind of reaction everywhere.
Well, I would say ignore the noise. You're going to have to ignore the noise and all the things surrounding you, especially if you're the guy that now, if you didn't know why the guy wanted the gun, if I'm going to loan my gun to anybody, why do you want it? What are you looking for? I mean, you're going to go practice with it or go do whatever? I mean, he had no idea is what it sounds like to me.
He's a freshman in college.
Yeah, 18 years old. Could be coming out in the NBA draft this year.
Yeah.
He's going to be in the lottery.
Yeah, he's that good.
He's that good a player.
He's that good. Well, we have two sounds. And this one, we're going to go back to Wednesday. A high school basketball announcer who, in my opinion, my humble opinion, sounds very much like Ben, our technical
director.
RTD.
When Ben does his Instagram, whatever those things are.
Yes.
And he goes on his little tangents about how Ohio State shouldn't have been in the, considered in the playoff and what have you, whatever it may be. I heard this high school basketball announcer go absolutely wild. You guys know anything about this?
No.
So what happened was he made this incredible call at the end of a high school game, and the announcement had nothing to do with the team winning. It had to do with the fact that the students in attendance went absolutely berserk and crazy because they announced that it was going to be a snow day the following day. So here's the scene. Yeah. It's in a Michigan gym where the West Catholic Hawkeyes had just put the finishing touches on a 57-45 win. The players are formed. They form their post-game handshake lines, and then it gets revealed that there'll be no class the next day. So in this video, which you're going to hear, started circulating on social media, and Dr. Lusk, who you'll hear is the superintendent, and all this. But listen to this guy. I think his name is Zach Herrick, and I got it off Twitter. And it was very difficult for me to pull this and then send it to Ben because I think this sounds like Ben. I really do.
You think he's moonlighting?
I think he's moonlighting as a sophomore in high school calling games. So here is how this all went down.
And Lusk calls the snow day. Breaking news. Lusk just called a snow day right here at the student section. Oh my goodness. Oh, I've never seen that before. Breaking news. Lusk called the snow day at Hamilton. no school for me tomorrow. And that's the end of the game. Zeros on the clock, 57-45. Lusk takes it home along with the Hawkeyes. My name is Hayden Lynch, your sophomore broadcaster. That is the end of the game officially.
Sophomore broadcaster.
That's got to be Ben.
That is Ben.
That's Ben.
That's not just
because
like
Ben has all these takes that don't make any sense.
Yeah, right.
I don't even like when they pop up on my I want to block them, but I won't.
Yeah, I
but
won't
they pop in and then I hear them go off, and I'm like, dude, whatever, move on. But that guy sounds like a sophomore high school guy.
God, more excited about the snow day versus the victory that they had there. I mean,
And then what was great about it, Hamilton Community Schools, is that their Twitter account posted a very, very comical video on social media, kind of recapping it, interviewing kids, and it's phenomenal. It's funny how something like that on a very small level in a very small city, very small town, can kind of just go viral because of social media. I just thought it was awesome.
That's
again,
terrific.
Thought it sounded like Ben.
sounds like they don't get too many snow days. Obviously, they go absolutely
well,
nuts.
the fact he ended his broadcast with his name, sophomore broadcaster Zach Herrick,
bringing you tonight's game.
Yeah,
That was
like, why would you ever want to tell anybody you're a sophomore? You know, we think Ben, as you look, that's all you, right?
That's you, Ben.
Sound like you a little bit.
That guy had a beautiful voice.
Yes, there you go. Good comeback.
Good comeback.
Good start.
Yep,
Good start.
That's great.
I mean, they can have complete sentences as a sophomore in high school. Not bad.
That's it.
Not bad. Gotta love them. You think about that. You're just getting your start in broadcast in high school, whether you're one of those guys or in college, and to be able to breaking news, man. That was his whole thing. Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Just snow day.
Snow day.
I remember as a kid, I'll never forget, we were 801. You had to turn on the radio, and you had to sit by the radio, and you had to listen to AM.
That's
and
it.
I remember KYW News Radio, 1060
in
Philly,
Yep.
and literally sit by it, and you hear 794, 798, 800, 802. You're like, oh, how did 800 and not 801 not get called? And then you're all bummed out because you hear them all.
Yes.
And you figure they're all close together.
Right.
Where all the different neighborhoods. Because this is Philadelphia broadcasting to the whole Delaware Valley. So it's all of New Jersey, parts of Delaware, not all New Jersey, South Jersey, parts of Delaware, and parts of Philadelphia, most of Philadelphia. And they would start every top of the hour with hundreds of numbers.
Sure.
So that would be the only day. Or it's like, 801, 2-hour delay. You're like, oh, damn it. Anyway, 801.
We never had damn sunshine days. We never had to worry about that one way or the other. Always had that great weather.
Hey, we're coming off our first non-football weekend in a long time. You had Daytona, you had the NBA All-Star Game, which was a joke. You also had the PGA and with a little Tiger bump. We're going to talk to the sports professor, Rick Coro, get his thoughts on that as well as some other news in the sports business side of things in sports. So he'll join us next. It's Roc and Manuch, Jimmy B, Fox Sports 910.
What's trending on Fox Sports 910 Phoenix?
He was the team's head coach before coming on board with the Cardinals, and now Vance Joseph has landed on his feet. He's going back to Denver. He'll serve as Sean Payton's defensive coordinator. Kevin Durant will reportedly make his Suns debut next Wednesday in Charlotte. The Suns are home for the Thunder tomorrow. Women's hoops tonight finds 21-6 Arizona on the road at Oregon. Shayna Pellington hoping to follow up her play from last week when she was honored as the National Player of the Week by the USBWA. Meanwhile, Arizona State looking to break their 16-game losing streak. They'll play at Oregon State. I'm Frank Garrity on Fox Sports 910, available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
Hey, it's Gross. Join me, Bauer, and Jackson every Saturday from 11 to 1 live from the Sportsbook at the CAZ Sports Bar at Casino, Arizona for Take the Points. Powered by the Sportsbook at CAZ Sports Bar.
I'm attorney Kevin Rowe. Over the years, Lerner Rowe has helped over 120,000 people recover billions of dollars for their injuries. And during that time, we've donated millions of dollars to Arizona charities. Our goal is not only to make a positive impact on our clients' lives, but also the lives of many Arizona residents that rely on nonprofits to get through their tough times. Lerner Rowe is more than just a law firm. We're a community partner dedicated to make Arizona a better place for everyone.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
Wright Toyota, the #1 volume Toyota dealer in the state of Arizona, ensures you a buying experience that will exceed all your expectations. Check it out for yourself. Located just off the 101 on Franklin Wright Boulevard in Scottsdale and online at wrighttoyota.com.
Golfers, tee it up at Van's Golf Shops with the new 2023 Aerojet Woods and Irons from Cobra Golf. The new Aerojet Woods are designed with a unique aerodynamic shape that delivers faster clubhead speeds for longer drives. And the new Aerojet Irons are made with hot face technology, so every strike delivers more distance. Elevate your game by swinging into Van's Golf Shops and get custom fit on the new Cobra Woods and Irons today. Van's Golf Shops, unmatched expertise, unmatched service.
The 2023 Sun Devil baseball season is here, highlighted by 32 home games, including Pac-12 home contests against Oregon State, Stanford, UCLA, and that team down south. Season tickets and mini plans are still available. Mini plans offer you the opportunity to choose any 8 home games that fit your schedule. Be sure to secure your seats by calling 480-965-5812 or go online to sundeviltickets.com. Witness college baseball's greatest tradition, Sun Devil baseball, onward to victory.
Hi, I'm Burt Ward, Robin from TV's Batman, inviting you to feed your dog natural, non-GMO, Gentle Giants dog and puppy food. Dogs eating Gentle Giants and following our special feeding and care program are living as long as 27 healthy, active years with a wonderful quality of life. Holy wow, 27 years! Think of all the extra years you could enjoy with your
15 horrors ready.
Get H-E-B in stores near you. Try Gentle Giants cat and kitten food too.
DraftKings Sportsbook is an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app today and use code SPORTS for a special offer when you sign up. That's code SPORTS, only at DraftKings Sportsbook.
Time to talk about the business side of sports. Leading expert in the business of sports. Author of the new bestseller, The Sport Business Handbook. Host of Power of Sports and architect of over 100 deals worth billions in sports.
Guys are hot 5 seconds.
Professor Rick Horrow joins Roc and Manuch on Fox Sports 910.
You know, it's amazing. So I talk to Rick Horrow a lot. You know, he's somebody, like, I feel like I have to pay him because of the amount of time I talk to him. Yeah, like I haven't got the bill yet. You know, he's been trying to help me through some things.
Just put him on a retainer.
I think that's probably what he would love to be on a retainer. Right, Rick? I mean, I feel like our relationship's gone to a whole other level now that we're doing all this business stuff. You came out to Bellbank Park. You did that 1-hour show, which, by the way, guys, on Sports Grid, Yahoo Finance, Reuters, like 15 million impressions. I mean, all over the place. Outstanding 1-hour-long piece on Bellbank Park with Dan O'Brien, Olympic gold medalist, Chad Miller, the CEO, and then got kind of a tour of the whole place. I got mentioned like once.
That was it?
Yes, once. And I think it was mentioned about my pizza place, and now it's closed.
Be accurate. My mention of you was the self-appointed important marketing director. I didn't even mention that.
Self-appointed. That's key right there.
You got to be specific about that. And my question is, if you talk to me so much you feel like paying me, go ahead.
Yeah.
Come on.
What's holding you up, Rob? Yeah, good point. Yeah, I gotta make a couple more sales. Gotta make more sales. Hey, real quick, I want to get your thoughts on, speaking of Valley Sports, and a lot of your shows are on those. I saw the interview with Derek Hall most recently. A lot of discussion in the trades regarding Diamond Sports, which owns 19 Valley regional sports networks, including the one here that's the home of the Diamondbacks and the Suns and the Coyotes. I guess they missed a $140 million interest payment. They owe about $2 million in media rights. What's the worst that can happen with this? And do you see teams possibly coming in, or I should say leagues coming in, maybe to save this network or buy this network?
Well, there's a big it's hard to describe bankruptcy law in 5 minutes, but keep looking for the number. If you see Chapter 11, that's good, because that means that under bankruptcy law, you get a right to kind of restructure and start over. Doesn't mean you freely walk away from debt. It just means that you can kind of figure out a path to continuing operation. And that apparently is what everybody is thinking is going to happen, because at the end of the day, Chapter 7 is you're kind of done. Goodbye. So that's a big difference to be watching. And the other piece of this is be very careful about writing them off quickly, because nobody is going to want the local television rights deals with the basketball, baseball, and hockey teams in each market eliminated. So it's a very important kind of service. The ratings are good usually. The debt was large. They couldn't get out of it. And that's one of the reasons why the restructuring. But I think I don't think the demise is imminent, to tell you the truth. Now I'm leading with my heart because my show's on there. But I and frankly, is my show worth $100 and some odd million debt obligation? I don't know, but my show's pretty significant, man. They better not cut it. I'm coming after them.
Can I follow up with this? It sounds to me like they overextended big time, which is what major radio companies did when they came in and bought out all the mom and pops, and they all overextended, and now they all operate in debt. Is that a similar scenario to what has happened on TV?
Well, yeah, kind of. But the big difference is that when Sid Clair bought the deals from Fox and then Disney was in the middle of it, they tried to buy it mostly with a stock purchase and assuming debt. When you hear assuming debt, and the Coyotes are in some of that situation where people are buying debt. That doesn't mean you're home free. It means there's an obligation that's stuck with. You got to figure out how to do it. And so a lot of people said it was set up for failure if your interest payment is so significant and you're not reducing the principal. So you can't get out of it. And I don't know if it's overextending the product as much as the financial arrangements.
So with the Yotes, the Suns, the Diamondbacks here, Rick, it seems as though Rob Manfred haven't really said anything definite out of Adam Silver or from Gary Bettman, your good friend, about they're not going to allow anybody or any of these games to go dark for sure. But if things come to push to shove, if they get to Chapter 7 and they don't have a buyer yet to pick up all this debt, pick up these games, are the three major commissioners prepared to go ahead, keep the lights on, so to speak, and keep it moving from their own coffers?
Well, listen, you got streaming, you got MLB TV, an MLB network, you've got the NBA network as well, and you've got the opportunity to do the same thing in baseball, basketball, hockey. All have independent channels. Whether they're going to take care of the production costs, you can't put every game on those networks because they play too many games a night. So you're going to have to figure out some way to maybe stream them all, which may not be acceptable. Nobody wants Chapter 7. So I think there are a lot of pressures to work around the clock to avoid that.
He's Rick Horrow joining us here, the sports professor on Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. All right, it was the first non-NFL weekend, so no Shield dominating things for the last 5-6 months. You had Daytona 500, viewership down there. NBA All-Star Game, least watched of all time. The only thing that was up was golf because of Tiger Woods. When it comes to the All-Star Game, do you have a solution on how to make this thing, worth watching? I mean, I watched literally not 1 second of it. Not one. No interest at all.
Well, that was not 1 second
not one.
More than I did. Although I think I made some money because I took the over. I think the over under was like 850.
I should have bet it.
Yeah. It's not. It's interesting. Each of the leagues does its weekends differently, and they constantly try to tweak it. Baseball's weekend is tied up in Monday before the game, the home run derby. Everybody loves that. Football has been tied up in what was a kind of miserable touch football game in pads. Now it's a flag football game in reality, but you still got a lot of the stuff that goes along with it. The beginning of the weekend, and some people say it has no place. Hockey may be the same way. I'm not sure shooting slap shots at surfboards is a great idea, but the 3-on-3 is fun. It really is. So, by the way, two of the networks, hockey and football, hired reality show companies to try to jazz up their weekend and make it a great TV package. I just hope that basketball, if they do that, doesn't hire a company that does reality shows with the Kardashians. That would be taking it from unwatchable to very unwatchable.
Speaking of reality, some may call this a reality show on the Live Golf Tour. They did get a network, and the CW network is going to air their games 100% this year. They did a multi-year exclusive broadcast agreement. I know that's something that they've been wanting. I know a lot of fans of the league have been wanting because they don't want to watch it on their phone. Does the CW network have enough juice to help this league get the exposure they need and want?
I'm kind of anxious to see the debut. And, I know having just literally 20 minutes ago gotten back from round one of the Honda Classic, Bramlett, Little Cootie, Taylor, Duncan, Shank, and Moronk. I'm actually looking at the leaderboard.
We are too. We are too. I don't know how these guys.
Yeah, I mean,
I know Rochel.
I'm sorry.
That's about it.
I know
Zach Johnson.
I know him.
Zach Johnson. Yeah.
Yeah, Billy's there and Im is there, but and Straka won last year. So and Ken Ketterly is a really good friend, and so you really don't like the idea of the elevated tournaments are great, but then the ones that aren't elevated, it's almost not fair. Honda ends its relationship with the Honda Classic after 42 years. So now they're struggling because they got to pick somebody else and find somebody else. So, and the Live Tour in Mexico is going to bring some big players. They're bright enough to put their first event kind of across from one that's a relatively weak field event on the other side.
So, Rick, looking at this, Apple could be a potential for the Pac-12. You look at this and go, wow, streaming all the way. What does this do for the conference? Does this make those like the Oregons and Washingtons and ASU and U of A's look to get the heck out before this thing melts down? When you see this, what are the first thoughts for Rick Horrell as far as their new, maybe new media outlet to carry their games?
Yeah. Well, look, there are a lot of media outlets that are attempting to try to figure out how to generate some excitement. There are some new ones, Script Sports, for example. There's no rumor, but I know they're starting. And, maybe some of these other networks would love new programming. On the other hand, streaming seems to be the classic default between Apple and Google and YouTube. And, streaming is fine. I don't want to hear about streaming anymore. I'm tired of streaming. I want to watch on the big TV.
Amen.
Right?
You're on it. Amen.
Yep.
I got Duke. He's right here. He's waiting for further instructions. I told you he's learned how to stick his paw and open the refrigerator, then grab a beer by his teeth, bring it here. And I don't get to do that if it's a damn phone. I want a TV.
Rick, we love having you on, buddy. I'm glad my checks are clearing, buddy. It's good stuff. Good stuff.
No. Hey, I'm waiting. I get your check when I get the parking space.
Yes, very good. That's Rick Horrell, the sports professor. So, Rick, where is the best place right now? Because we don't have the schedule, and I know you're on a lot of different networks. What's the best way to see this piece you did on both Derrick Hall and the one you did on Bellbank Park?
Well, the Bellbank Park is on Sports Grid on your phones, as I say.
I hate streaming. I don't like streaming. Come on, Rick.
But it's all over YouTube,
okay,
which is a good thing.
That's streaming.
And it's Reuters and Yahoo Finance. And then the Bellbank Park one, it's on about 8 times in Arizona, but it's on about 200 times all over the country. So just what is the argument? Check your local listings. They will have it, and then you tape it on your DVD, and then you play it. But I've had no trouble. I watch that every night before I go to bed.
Okay, good to know.
Don't
need that visual. We're good.
You're not saying it puts you to sleep, are we? Is that what you're not saying that, are we?
No. I want to watch myself.
Oh, okay.
No matter what I do.
Just making sure.
Okay.
Thank you, Rick. Enjoy the Honda Classic for the rest of the week.
Yeah, right. All right, bye.
See ya. Hey, that's Palm Beach. That's his event. He's always, that's a great event for them out there. Hey, we're going to give you a chance to win 4 sets of 4 family packs for the Globetrotters for next Saturday at Footprint Arena. We'll tell you how you can win those next, plus our Valley Chevy random fact of the day. It's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B out here at Twin Peaks in Scottsdale.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is The Odd Couple. Mike check with Chris Broussard and Rob Parker.
When the millennials are controlling the narrative, when they're the ones doing shows like you and I have, and they're the predominant voice on television, on radio, on podcasts, that's when LeBron may become viewed as the GOAT.
With Chris Broussard and Rob Parker. Today live on Sports 910.
Ready for the Harlem Globetrotters 2023 World Tour, presented by Jersey Mike Subs. All new, non-stop action, amazing basketball skills, and more. Don't miss the Harlem Globetrotters at Footprint Center on March 4th. Go to harlemglobetrotters.com.
Where will your new Chevy take you this year? Anywhere. It's the perfect time of year to take your next adventure off-road in a powerful Chevy Silverado. Round up the whole gang for some family fun in a Chevy Equinox. Hey kids, let's go. Or take your night on the town by storm in a stylish Chevy Blazer. Make more memories and take on the road ahead, wherever it leads you. Find new experiences, find new roads. See your Valley Chevy dealers.
Looking for a change in your career? All City Towing is searching for motivated teammates to join the team. Customer service, tow truck operators, yard management, facilities maintenance, and dispatch. Apply online at allcitytowing.com/careers or call 480-833-7278.
I'm attorney Kevin Rowe, and we've done it again. For the 7th year in a row, Lerner Rowe has been voted best personal injury law firm in Arizona. Most recently, 9 out of 10 voters voted for Lerner Rowe. That's right. We received over 90% of the votes. Why are we so popular? Probably because our offices have recovered billions of dollars for our clients, recovering millions of dollars every week in Arizona. When you're looking for the best personal injury law firm in Arizona, look no further than Lerner & Rowe.
Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
The all-new Nissan Ariya is a fully loaded EV. It's brimming with style and power,
Up to 289 horses of it.
innovation, and intelligence.
E-Force all-wheel drive.
It'll pin you to your seat.
Your very plush seat.
The all-new, all-electric Nissan Ariya. Nissan Ariya with E-Force expected availability early 2023. E-Force cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. E-Force and 389 horsepower available on Platinum Plus. Nissan calculation using 1-foot rollout testing with long-range battery and E-Force only in 4-home with E-Step off. These results are for comparison only and should not be attempted on public roads. Drive responsibly. See nissanusa.com for details.
Progressive presents Adjusting to the Suburbs. You just bought a home in the suburbs, but no one told you about all the birds, specifically this one, who seems to be calling out Roy. Roy. But who exactly is Roy? And why doesn't he?
All right, guys, come back with M&M.
Maybe Roy is just bird speak for save with Progressive by bundling your home and auto. I guess until Roy answers, we'll never know. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company. Coverage provided and serviced by affiliates and third-party insurers.
Wake up with The Drive. Jody Ayler tomorrow morning, 6 to 10 on Fox Sports 910 and on our free iHeartRadio app.
24 years ago today, Eminem released Slim Shady LP.
That's it.
Were
you a fan, Jimmy?
Yeah.
We know it's him.
Let's go. All right. We need some material for tomorrow.
The music,
Let's go.
the moment, you never want to let it go.
Jimmy
I'm getting set. I'm about to blow.
You were Eminem. Go ahead. Look at you.
On.
Wow. You're a hip happening guy, you.
Wow, I had no idea. Oh, jeez. 2001, Jeremy Roenick records his 9th 3-goal game of his career. Becomes the 3rd U.S.-born player to reach 400 goals, leading the Phoenix Coyotes over Buffalo 7-3. And I can remember this like it was yesterday. 2010, Major League Baseball announced that it'll begin testing minor leaguers for HGH. Of course, that took itself. That just went on a huge rampage.
Sure did,
and then
boy.
2 years later, Ryan Braun on the same day, Braun becomes the first Major League player to successfully appeal a positive PED test. It's just some good stuff there. But what really happened today that I want to focus on, because it's worth it. 1985, Bobby Knight, Indiana coach, is ejected 5 minutes into their loss to Purdue when he throws the chair across the court after 2 fouls were called on his team. He's hit with the first tactical. Rob Purdue is shooting the tactical. Mm-hmm. That's when Knight picks up the chair from the bench and throws it clearly across the court, earning him a second tactical. We found the footage. This could be Jimmy B doing the play-by-play because it is 85. Here it is. Sounds of Bobby Knight and the popular chair-throwing Knight.
Look at here.
Bobby Knight just threw his chair clear across the free throw lane.
And I think Fred
Unbelievable. He picked up another tee. And now Fred Jaspers is called for athletic director Ralph Floyd.
Fred Jaspers talking to Floyd down in the corner.
Now we got Ralph Floyd out on the floor.
It's 11-6. We're just 5 minutes into the contest, and this has erupted.
There's a good chance Bobby Knight's been ejected from this basketball game.
Fred Jaspers explaining it to the scorer's table. Now Gene Caney, the Purdue coach, comes over just to stay in contact with what decisions have been made.
Uh-oh, we got three.
Now we
He's
got
gone.
three.
He's
Yep.
gone.
A good chance to be ejected.
And then he's walking out, and the crowd's just going berserk.
Oh, they're going nuts.
That was Homer Radio, is what you were hearing, by the way.
IU Radio?
Yeah.
Hoosier 101?
Pretty much. Let me tell you a quick story on that, because it was almost me doing the game on TV. I was scheduled to do that Indiana-Purdue game, and they switched me to Michigan instead at the Chrysler Arena because of my location where I was, and it was easier for me to get there. And so I didn't get that game. I went to Michigan instead.
Okay, Jimmy. Let's fact check this. Jax, we need to fact check this. This is a total Manuch.
1985.
This is a made up, embellished
No, it's
story
not. Sounds
these
real to me.
older guys tend to always give us these stories. We can't Chrysler. Man,
Chrysler Arena.
Chrysler, they don't even make Chrysler anymore, right? That's how long ago.
It's the arena.
But just the fact that we can't fact check it sucks. I mean, because we have your word against our word.
I didn't say I did that game. I said I was on my schedule.
Of course,
then,
but we have no factual evidence that was on your schedule and you got moved last minute.
It's a great story, Jimmy. Stick with it.
Okay, Manu,
stick with it, man. You could have lived on an infamy with that chair tossing incident.
Hey, the Globetrotters are here next week, bringing entertainment to millions of fans across the world. They've been doing it forever. They do about 400 live events a year, and we are fortunate enough to have some family 4-packs. If you would like to go see them go head-to-head against Manuch and I's former team, the Washington Generals.
We're alumni.
Yes.
We're alumni.
We both played for the Generals for a few minutes. A minute and a half, I think, to be exact.
4.5 minutes.
Is that all it was?
Yeah.
But I literally had the shorts on yesterday.
Did you really?
I still have the uniform.
The
I had
short
the top.
shorts?
I had they
were long.
They were total long.
Yeah.
And but if you would like to go, it's Globetrotters game time. They have a bunch of performances. They have next Saturday, 2 o'clock Footprint. Then they have a doubleheader there at 7 o'clock Footprint. And then that Sunday, they go over to Desert Diamond Arena in Glendale for a 2 o'clock matinee show. But we have tickets for the 7 o'clock show at Footprint. We have 4 family 4-packs. These are lower level, I believe like row 17, outstanding seats. If you would like to go, we'll take callers 1, 2, 3, and 4. We'll make it easy on Ben. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we will get those tickets over to you. So 4 family 4-packs. So you are calling to win these tickets. Now, if you've won anything on this show in the last 30 days, you are not obligated. Like Bob. You know who I am, Bob. You know who you are, Bob. No, you cannot win.
Can't be Bogart.
Glenn, you know who you are. Glenn, you can't win. James. No, you can't win.
Rock's calling him out on the radio here.
No, I don't care. It's a bunch of crap. I mean, it's the same 4 guys that tend to win a lot of this junk and that we give away.
Share some of the wealth here. Share the wealth. Absolutely.
Like, let's go. Let's give other people. But know whose fault it is.
Who's that?
It's Ben's.
Oh.
We have a list next to the computer there that shows people that win all the time.
Right.
We like the people that win. We like the people that are listeners all the time. But when you're winning every other week, Twin Peaks card or whatever we're giving away, we're going to be giving away spring training tickets, all kinds of stuff.
It's kind of scary for Ben being the gatekeeper, Rock. So we just got to make that a little more profound. By the
Rock,
way,
it'd be nice if you would give out the number because the same 4 people are calling right now. And the people that don't win don't have a number, Rock.
602-260-9191.
Well done, Ben. Well done.
602-260-9191.
Jack, you want to go see the Harlem Globetrotters? Because it looks like we're going to be the only ones going to be able to go.
By the way, it's a rush to be on that floor with those guys. I mean, there's a lot of bucket lists.
It beats being in Buffalo on the sideline?
Well, not quite, but it was pretty fun. It was warmer, I'll say that.
Yep.
But to be a part of those guys and watch how they set everything up and they do everything, and it's great to have Too Tall Wilson on yesterday, and
he was
talking about all the things that they do and how ingrained they continue to be.
Globetrotters.com if you want to get tickets on your own. HarlemGlobetrotters.com. Ticketmaster as well. Random fact today, a 50-year-old man was just awarded the Guinness World Record for visiting Disneyland 2,995 days in a row.
What?
Yeah, that's 8 years, 3 months, 13 days. His run lasted from 2012 up until the pandemic in 2020.
Wow, guy must be a millionaire, doesn't have a life, and just loves Mickey. Mickey and the gang and just the whole
I don't want to be like Maz in Boston who got fired for saying something on the air last week. Did you hear about that? The Boston thing? That's a joke. What he said was nothing, and he got suspended.
He did.
So if I said something like that,
sure,
Mickey
just Mickey and Goofy, and
like he may have some kind of
the dwarves
fetish.
10.
Oh,
if you go down that road, you're suspended.
He just loves Magic Mountain. That's all.
Yeah, I go with that.
It's Dom with Venezia's Pizzeria. We love providing great food for family gatherings, parties, even work meetings. And we make it simple.
We sure do, no matter what the occasion. At Venezia's, we make catering easy. You can see our entire catering menu online at venezias.com. Or let us know how we can help at one of our 6 locations, including the newest, now open in Chandler.
We'd love to bring Venezia's to your next party. Venezia's Pizzeria, a family tradition.
Golfers, tee it up at Van's Golf Shops and go farther and faster with the new G430 woods and irons from Ping. The Ping G430 woods introduce the next generation of speed with new face technology for longer and more accurate shots. The new Ping G430 irons are designed with pure flex technology for faster ball speed and more distance. Swing into Van's Golf Shops and get custom fit on the new Ping G430 woods and irons today. Van's Golf Shops, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee.
All the radio stations you love, every playlist to match your mood, the podcasts that everyone's talking about. If it's on the iHeartRadio app, it's free. Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
iHeartRadio!
So I'm bullish on used cars right now. Go to my website, givemethevin.com, and you will get a great experience. They don't call us America's best car buyer for nothing.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. When you're at your best, you can do great things, but you can't always be at the top of your game. And it's normal to feel overwhelmed or like you aren't showing up in the ways that you want to sometimes. Working with a therapist can help you get closer to the person you want to be. Because when you feel empowered, you can take on whatever life throws at you. If you're thinking of starting therapy, BetterHelp is a great option. It's convenient, affordable, and entirely online. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist based on your unique needs and preferences. Then you can start communicating with your therapist in whatever format works for you, via video, phone, or live chat sessions. If your first match isn't the perfect fit, switch therapists anytime at no additional charge. Life is unpredictable, and it's impossible to know what's around the corner. Consistency has to come from within. Find your empowerment so you're ready for anything that comes your way. Visit betterhelp.com/takecare today to get 10% off your first order. That's betterhelp.com/takecare.
I'm Byron Brown, personal injury attorney. Can you tell by the music that I'm educated and experienced? How about now? Can you tell I'm tough and I'll fight for you? That I'm down to kick it with y'all? That's a bunch of bullshit. When it comes to your personal injury case, I'm straight to the point. I'll answer your call. No BS. I'm Byron Brown, the anti-lawyer lawyer.
Broadcasting from the Superbook.com studio. Superbook Sports, now live. This is KGME Phoenix, KESC HD2 Phoenix, an iHeartRadio station. Available everywhere on our free iHeartRadio app. Number one for music, radio, and podcasts all in one. Here's what's trending on Fox Sports 910.
NFL Network, the first to report today that former Cardinals defensive coordinator Vance Joseph is being hired as the Broncos DC. This will be his second go-round with Denver after being their head coach in 2017 and 18. We'll most likely see Kevin Durant make his son's debut next Wednesday against the Hornets on the road. He's just about fully recovered from his MCL injury. Campaign may very well return tomorrow when they host the Thunder. The 9-game unbeaten streak for the Coyotes came to a halt with last night's loss to the Calgary Flames. They'll be home for Nashville on Sunday. I'm Frank Garrity on Fox Sports 910, available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
This is the Parker & Sons Weather Center. For all your AC, plumbing, and electric needs, call Parker.
For your Thursday, look for mostly cloudy skies, temperatures right around 60 to 30. And then for tonight, another chance of rain. Right now, the National Weather Service giving us about a 40% chance of rain, with those temperatures dipping down into those mid-40s. For the Fox 10 weather experts, I'm Ty Brennan.
This report is sponsored by Precision Air and Plumbing.
Make the precision decision with Precision Air.
Did you know Arizona has the hardest water in the nation? For a limited time, Precision is offering a free in-home water test. Make the precision decision today and call us at 602-765-PIPE.
Calling all sports with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Proudly sponsored by On Air Sports Marketing and is powered by the injury attorneys Lerner and Rowe. In a wreck and need a check? Make one call. That's all. 602-977-1900 and always online at lernerandrowe.com. Now time for Calling All Sports with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. On Fox 910.
Well, if you got tickets for the Suns tomorrow, sell them.
You got that right.
Wait a second. Campaign may be coming back tomorrow night, Rock. He might be coming back.
That doesn't move the ticket.
No, it doesn't. No.
Not even close.
We did a thing when you were on your way in here where Jax looked it up, and it dropped to $64 for the ticket, but it was like $250.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Buyer beware. Buyer beware.
They'll host Oklahoma City tomorrow night. Kevin Durant most likely will get his start in a Suns uniform against Charlotte next Wednesday. That could be the possibility, but as Manuch said, campaign is close, and may see him in action tomorrow. But they come into this game, fifth in the Western Conference. It's been somewhat crowded. 32-28 is their record. Just a half a game behind the Clippers for fourth, and a game and a half behind Sacramento for third. That should be nice to see once this gets going. It's going to be kind of a sprint. You know, you got less than 20 games, 22 games, whatever.
22 games.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And we'll see. We'll see what Kevin Durant does if it takes a while to get the chemistry going for these two for him. But I don't think it's going to be. I think it's plug and play. Go.
I don't think it's quite plug and play, but I think that their chemistry, because he's played with Chris Paul, he's played with Devin Booker on all-star teams, things of that nature. They work out together. I think a couple of games, and that'll be enough for them.
I think it might just be and Monty. I think it's more so for Monty
and rotation
and rotation and his staff to kind of let these guys go play. You know, under control, call it structured play. But I think CP3's had enough. Enough reps. You get Devin Booker, you get DA. DA may be the guy that, can benefit from all this, and then just get their flow, get their rotation. And at that point, maybe a week and a half prior to, just go with that starting five, and that's your starting five. Unless, like I said, mine decided just go that fifth individual, just the matchups that he's been having with all these injuries they've had this year.
Just a couple of days away from some live baseball action. D-backs are going to get going with a split squad on Saturday, and part of the team will face the A's and Mason. The rest will have the Rockies there in Scottsdale at Talking Stick Field, and then the regular season will get going on March 30th. I really think baseball has to re-examine themselves and try to figure out a better way to start the season much later, because you have so many of those cities like Cleveland and Chicago and cities that don't have enclosed stadiums they miss a lot of games.
They do.
Even in New York, you miss some games at Shea and Yankee Stadium, and
Boston.
it would make so much sense for them to just start a little later. That's fine. They already go into November. I mean, in a perfect world, I would love baseball to start in May.
Oh, wouldn't we all? I mean, just
go in May and be. I think Memorial Day to Labor Day, and bring back the doubleheaders. Bring back more doubleheaders.
They'll never. I mean, I understand where you're going, but they will never ever do that. Now that the players' union had won that in their request with the new contract, so they'll never do.
They had doubleheaders last year. I mean, they
they were makeup. They had catch-ups. And last year,
there were very few scheduled.
Yes,
they were all makeup.
Yes,
man. When you were small, if you could go to a doubleheader, growing up here, going to watch the Phoenix Giants a doubleheader, they'd start one like at 4:30. This is toward the end of the summer.
It wasn't as hot.
It wasn't as hot, and then you'd see another one at 7:30. You're like, wow, hey, we're gonna go see a doubleheader. We're gonna get a chance to go watch the Giants in this doubleheader. And on top of that, when the Dodgers were down at Vero Beach. And they'd stop in Phoenix and take on the Giants before they went over to L.A. at the very end of spring training. And they would do a doubleheader. They'd go 3 nights back to back to back. Those are the kind of things you're like, wow. I mean, you got that feel of Major League Baseball at that. But the doubleheaders were the deal growing up.
Yeah, but you have to remember, a lot of times when you go back in history, games didn't last 4 hours. With all the pitching changes and everything that now takes place, before you might get it done in 2 hours and 45 minutes. But now the games are so incredibly long.
Because it becomes so specialized with the pitching.
There you go, exactly.
If you go 5 or 6 innings, okay, get him out. We've got this guy as a specialist for a 7th inning. Who's our setup guy? Who's our closer? Who's our guy we got to use to eat up pitches because we're getting bombed 11-2 after 3 innings?
That's why all those baseball records like Nolan Ryan, strikeouts never be broken. The no-hitters never be broken because of that.
You know, with these big baseball rules changes this season, which they all start tomorrow, you got many on-field adjustments. I think the pitch clock that limits pitchers to 15 seconds or 20 with men on base between when they get the ball from the catcher and the start of their delivery. You got the end of the infield shift where infielders must have both feet touching the dirt at the start of the pitch and 2 fielders on each side of second base. Larger bases, so you go from 15 to 18 inches. So I'm anxious to see if any of these new policies, these new rules, will change the game, will make the game faster. At least from what they project, they feel that this will actually make the game about 15% faster, maybe 20% faster. And I don't know, at the end of the day, does it really matter how long these baseball games are? You know that sport is what that sport is. It could be a 4-hour game, or if you got 2 good pitchers, it could go 2:10.
That's correct.
2:15.
That's correct.
Right? And remember last year the broadcasters were monitoring the pitches and the timing. There was many times the umpire never enforced it. It's up to the umpire to enforce it. Now, a couple times he gives the warning. We saw that. But there were many times where they would count off 23, 24. He's supposed to be in the box. You know, he should be pitching. The ultimate change will be, and I know that is it AAA is going to go with the robotic umpire behind the plate. If that ever changes in Major League Baseball, Jimmy, I know all traditions are off as far as the game's sake.
I would hate to see a robotic umpire. I just don't want that. I mean, look,
stop showing us the
box.
Yeah,
yeah, that's outside.
Yeah.
That's inside.
By the way, last year in the minor leagues, the games with these new rules reduced the game by 25 minutes, an average of 25 minutes. That's a lot.
Sure is. I mean, that's
the average game in 2022 was 3 hours 6 minutes, and where it used to be 1984, that was like the cream of the crop when they won the time. It was 2 hours 41 minutes.
There you go.
I think it has to do with well, I worked in minor league baseball, so when I was with the AAA Giants for those years, our games were always 3.5, 4. I guess just minor league baseball was always longer
because they're looking to develop guys too. So if they got to go longer with this guy or play these guys, it seemed like it was more antiquated. I really enjoyed watching the Phoenix Giants, going up here watching the Giants and the Firebirds. I love the atmosphere.
It's different though. It's a different sport. You can almost make a case it's a different sport because there's always something going on between innings. You don't feel like you're there for 4 hours because you're being entertained.
That's true.
And we love Mike Bauer. Okay, he's one of those walking guys with the microphone, right?
MCs.
MCs. And him and the other gal he works with, I think it's a gal. I think he's still doing that. they try to do what they can.
Sure.
And mascots and Baxter and
To entertain us.
You try, but it's just it's not quite the same.
It's become so specialized. A lot of people like that. I mean, and I'm like you, right? If I'm gonna watch a game, I don't care how fast or slow. I do like the second baseman going to second base in extra innings.
That's
I know it is, but I mean I don't mind it because I think what they're thinking of is pitchers, the arms, the play, and all that. Hey, I used to love watching the game go 20, 21, 22. It's like, man, maybe they play till 3 a.m, but I'm not staying up. How late did they play? They played 25 innings. They got done at 4:30 in the morning.
Those but those are unicorns. They don't.
I get it. I know, but it's kind of fun to see.
Yeah,
the guy he was 5 for 10 at the plate last night.
Like I tell you right now, I literally just this morning, my buddy has a bunch of tickets, right? So I buy tickets from him direct to go to Salt River. Like I'm going Saturday. I'm going Brewers Dodgers.
Okay,
all right, with a bunch of people, like 20 guys, right, and gals, and it'll be a blast, right? But they're doing it right. They're from Milwaukee. They're getting the brats, they're getting the burgers, and everything. Like it's $20. All right, you got to buy your own tickets, but it's $20. So I'm like, all right. So I mean, I'm looking forward to that. But I've already picked out my games, my Saturdays, for the next 3-4 weeks. Bought my tickets now, just so I don't have to worry about it, and I'll go. But my point is, I'll leave at the 7th inning. I'll probably get there by the 2nd inning, and I am there for 3-4 innings, and that's all I need. A couple beers, and maybe a dog, and I'm there as a guy that worked in baseball for so long.
Sure,
I don't even watch the game. I'm watching the ticket taker. I'm watching the MC. I'm seeing what advertisers are there. I take all that in because the pitch count, the clock. I'm gonna be intrigued by that. Oh, 3, 2. Wow! No, blow it. No. I mean, I don't know. I'm anxious because spring training has not been spring training the way we know it for the past few years. And for those you don't know, I ran Oakland A's for 1 year in spring training, and after my 3 years with the Firebirds before D-backs got here, and I love baseball. I absolutely love it. But the game is a little long, and it's hard to stay there. It's hard to keep focus when you have really bad ADD like I do, that you can't just focus on the baseball game. You got to watch what's around you. That's why some of these parks like Scottsdale and Salt River, the grass berm, and all the people doing their thing, and it's almost like a mini WM Open on Friday.
It seems like you make your own entertainment going to a baseball game.
Yeah, which you do, and I'm playing mound ball. If I have people with me, I'm trying to play mound ball because I want to bet. Did you ever play mound ball?
No.
So do you know what mound ball is?
I have no clue.
So mound ball is you get a hat and you put $1 in it. Everybody puts it. You got to say 4 guys, right? You all put $1 in it.
Yep.
And basically after the end of the inning, the umpire will always throw a ball to the mound. And if it stays on the mound when he throws it, and you happen to have the hat with the money in it, because you just keep adding. You get to keep it all. So in other words, if it doesn't hit the mound, it then carries over. Everybody puts another $1 in. It keeps going. Then you just start from scratch.
And you just pass the hat.
You pass the hat
to the next person.
So if all 4 of us were doing it right now, and two innings, which is 4 times that and we're literally our seats are behind. We're like, we going to find out who that ump is. Like, dude, I'll buy you a beer at Zips or Twin Peaks or wherever it's close. If you roll the ball up there, and they all know it because you hear the cheering, and you hear other people in there, at the stadium, other people doing it too. Yeah, that's a good one. Or we also bet $5. You put in the hat. You put one each inning. If someone hits a home run and the hat happens to be in your hand when he goes yard, you win all the money.
Here's another thing.
That's what gets you by those games.
It is, but here's the other aspect that you were talking about while you were leaving by the 7th inning, because by the 7th inning, the Stars are out.
Most spring training games,
and you're
they are.
Maybe
who's 98 down there in right field?
Exactly.
Who's 79 on short?
That's it.
I'm excited for baseball now.
Damn. And then you see that guy number 66 in right field, that Yasiel Puig guy come in and go, oh my gosh, he's playing the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning. All of a sudden he's starting 2 weeks later.
And then sometimes you have guys that have the same numbers. So so and so's.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna play quick draw Manuch next, and we're gonna do something we've never done. I get to play.
Rock's playing.
I'm playing.
All right.
So this is a fun game that we do that you can play along. It's mainly for content for our recap on Fridays, where we we kind of make fun of each other for messing up and saying stupid things. This game brings it all out. So that's
yes,
next.
It does.
Stay tuned, man.
So Jackson and Ben are the judges, and they're going to run the show next. And then coming up, we'll talk some Pac-12 basketball and the future of Pac-12, as their attendance is the lowest it's been since the early 80s. That's home basketball attendance. We'll ask Ted Robinson why he thinks that is. It's Roc and Manuch, Jimmy B, Fox Sports 910.
With just 4 home games remaining in Sun Devil Hockey's inaugural year at Mullen Arena, grab your tickets today at sundeviltickets.com or join us at 6:30 Friday and 4:30 Saturday for Arizona State and Alaska Fairbanks here on Fox Sports 910, the home of Sun Devil Hockey.
Arizona's headquarters for Toyotas is Wright Toyota. Hey, Rock, for my friends at Wright Toyota in Scottsdale. You will always find the right deal at Wright Toyota. Wright Toyota has been driving Arizona's home for years with their amazing service, pricing, and great selections. I encourage you to discover the difference at Wright Toyota. Make the right choice, Wright Toyota, just off the 101 on Frank Lloyd Wright Boulevard, and always online at WrightToyota.com. The right price, the right selection. Check out WrightToyota.com.
Golfers, tee it up at Vans Golf Shops with the new 2023 Aerojet Woods and Irons from Cobra Golf. The new Aerojet Woods are designed with a unique aerodynamic shape that delivers faster club head speeds for longer drives. And the new Aerojet Irons sounds good with hot face technology, so every strike delivers more distance. Elevate your game by swinging into Vans Golf Shops and get custom fit on the new Cobra Woods and Irons today. Vans Golf Shops, unmatched expertise, unmatched service.
Are you looking for a change in your career path or just looking to get back into the employment market again? Look no further. All City Towing is searching for motivated teammates to join their team. Current openings are in the areas of customer service, tow truck operators, yard management, facilities maintenance, and dispatch. If you're looking for a challenging yet rewarding opportunity, a great benefits program including 401k program with a generous company match, and a company that is a leader in the industry, apply online at allcitytowing.com/careers or call All City's HR department at 480-833-7278. All City Towing is Arizona's largest towing transport vehicle storage provider, locally owned and invested within the communities they service. If you enjoy helping others by providing great customer service, working as a team, and possess great communication skills, All City is for you. Apply online at allcitytowing.com/careers or call 480-833-7278. That's allcitytowing.com.
The Transportation Security Administration is hiring officers at Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport, starting at $20.23 per hour. Get a jump start on your new job by attending a TSA recruiting event on February 23rd from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the DoubleTree Suites on 320 North 44th Street. TSA offers fantastic federal benefits and a $5,000 sign-on bonus. Learn more or register to attend at jobs.tsa.gov/events. That's jobs.tsa.gov/events. Some conditions apply. U.S. citizenship required.
Wendy's 2 for $6 lets you mix and match some of our best items, like Dave Single with a 10-piece crispy nugs, medium strawberry lemonade with a spicy chicken sandwich, spicy chicken with a Dave Single with a strawberry lemonade, strawberry lemonade, if you're into that. Chicken Sam, crispy nugs, strawberry lemonade, Dave's, nugs, Sam. Whew! Pick what you want at a price you want. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's 2 for $6. For a limited time, price and participation may vary at U.S. Wendy's. On the card only. Single item at regular price.
Yippee-yi-yo, Coyote galloping all the way, great big star on his chest. Outrun all the rest. Fastest gun in the West. Yippee-yi-yo, Coyote riding around the way. Here comes Quick Draw. After shooting this cowboy you ever saw. That's Quick Draw.
All right, it's called Quick Draw Manuch. We've been doing it for a couple weeks now. We used to run it about 3-4 years ago. And basically how it works is typically I would ask the question and then you have to give the answer starting with the letter that I give you. And typically it's Manuch versus a guest or a guest in person. But we've been doing Jimmy B and Manuch just get it warmed up. But we're going to try something different. I'm going to actually play. So I didn't write the questions, which I typically write the questions. So I've learned over the years that I need to start delegating better. Take some of the show off my plate. So with that being said, Jax and Ben are going to have some fun here. And the rules are just to help you out, Jack, so you know.
I know the rules.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
I've been paying attention. I've been paying attention.
There's that football player coming at you.
I like it. All right.
Got a baby.
All right, go ahead then.
All right, so you have to say your name after I read the question. I will call on you. Fastest gets you some attention, some points.
All right.
But what you say, I think, leans more towards me and Ben's judging.
Okay.
Me and Ben are judging.
All right.
Those are the rules.
Best of 7.
Okay.
We got 8. We got 8 questions.
Best of 7.
Best of 7. All right.
The reason why I did that, because if one of the questions is messed up, you had to back up.
Gotcha.
That make sense?
Gotcha.
All right, so he's learning.
Sweet. All right.
Coach Rock.
Number 1. Question number 1. Me and Ben are going to go back and forth.
Okay.
Name a snack you'd bring for a long road trip that starts with the letter P. Rock.
Pretzels.
Pretzels?
Potato chips.
Popcorn.
Pretzels, popcorn, potato chips.
So, but popcorn would get messy if you're driving.
No,
It'd be
it
all over
man.
the place.
I've done it before. I've done it
Like
before.
pretzels and potato chips are probably.
I think we'll do the judging. I think we'll do the judging.
Yeah. We'll do the judging.
This is still my show,
Ben-
so I don't care. I still Rock's name so first, so I still trump anything.
Even though he is the fifth wheel.
Yes.
I'm either going. I think I'm pretzels just because he went first. Ben, what do you think? Potato chips is good too.
I'm a potato chips guy. I'm not really worried about the mess, especially if I'm going on a road trip. It's going to get dirty anyways.
Okay, so there's no love for getting in. It's called quick draw, Manuch.
He said that. They said they gave you a little love on that.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
You know, my heart says potato chips. I think I'm going to have to go with the potato chips
Yeah,
answer there.
all right.
Sorry.
Fair.
So that was you that said the potato chips?
No,
Jimmy said.
Jimmy.
Okay,
Of course,
gotcha.
Manuch.
All right. Question. Oh, Ben, you're up
popcorn.
next. Ben, you're up next.
All right, we'll head over to the sports world. Give me a backup quarterback currently playing in the NFL. First name beginning with the letter C.
Manuch. Colt McCoy.
All right,
Colt
Manuch.
McCoy. Colt
Colts.
McCoy.
Rock.
I was going to say Carson Wentz, but he doesn't have a team right now.
No, but he was still
No,
qualified.
that counts.
He
No,
would
that
still
counts.
qualify.
Carson Wentz.
Yeah.
You said current backup quarterback.
We don't know. We don't know about Cole McCoy because he's literally he's in a
hurt.
cast.
He's on the team. He's signed.
Jimmy, I need an answer. 'cause
All
there's
right,
one out there.
I'll go yesteryear. Chris Sims.
No, it's current.
Current Jimmy.
Hey, by the way, if he doesn't get in, he doesn't have to answer. So don't even worry about it. So it's up to Manuch and
Hey, he's
Rock.
on every day. He's broadcasting. Chris Sims. That's my answer.
Yeah, okay. So
whatever.
-1 for Jimmy. And I actually like the creativity from Rock, so I'm going to go Carson Wentz.
Oh, please. He's not even on a roster. You
We
said
also-
current. You
He
said current.
may be on the Cardinals roster.
We also would have accepted the redheaded Cooper Rush.
Ooh,
I wouldn't have got
I
that.
see where he's going.
I was thinking Case Keenum too. Case Keenum would have been a good one, but
Colt McCoy is the active backup quarterback. I'm protesting
Rock's
this.
got one.
Manuch.
Jimmy
This is under protest.
one.
All right,
All
go
right, number 3.
all right. Name a football term that starts with the letter C. A term
Manuch.
in football.
Catch.
Catch.
Can't shoot that down, gentlemen.
All right, you made fun of me when I went for Chris Sims, so I'll just say Chris Sims again.
You didn't say Jimmy.
You didn't say
Oh,
Jimmy.
okay.
Yeah.
Jimmy.
Jimmy's clueless. Chris Sims. How about that?
Ben, or not Ben? Sorry,
I'm
Rock.
just going to go clueless.
I don't have one.
Thank you.
All right, Manuch
board.
wins. I would have
Yeah.
accepted carry, chains,
yeah.
coin toss, completion,
Yeah.
cut blocking, crackback. Manuch
Crackback,
knows that one.
All right.
All right, Manuch is
Manuch's
up
on the board.
2. Oh, he's up 1. Yeah, you're right. 1-1-1.
All right, 4 more.
All right, pop culture world. Give me the name of a famous actor, first name or last name beginning with the letter D.
Rock.
Rock.
Denman or oh my gosh. Desmond Washington or oh my god.
Manuch. Denzel Washington.
This is why you can come up with your own.
Denzel. You said Desmond.
But that's where I was going.
No, you said
yeah,
Desmond.
you can finish my sentence.
Denzel
You know that was mine.
Washington.
That's
All
where
right.
I was going.
Jimmy, I'm going Desmond Wilson.
Who's that?
Don't you remember?
No.
Mod Squad.
No.
Okay.
Think again. Red Fox.
I'm going Manuch on this one.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Desmond Wilson.
Rock would have had it had he said the name correctly.
Yeah, I was pissed. So this isn't a good game for me.
Rock won.
That's why
Manuch.
I'm always the judge.
For a little scoreboard update, Rock won.
No,
three,
Manuch. Okay.
Jimmy 1.
Sorry. Okay.
Alrighty. Question. I think we're on 5 now.
Yep.
Name something you would bring to a football tailgate that starts with the letter J.
Rock.
Manuch.
Jimmy.
Yeah, Rock. Yeah.
Jaeger.
Right.
I was going to take
Jack Daniels.
Oh.
Jack Daniels.
Jaeger, Jack Daniels, Jimmy.
But honestly, go ahead.
Juice.
So when you judges, just let me think. When you decide what your answer is going to be, who's going to win this, realize that I would bring this. Manuch would bring this, but he wouldn't partake in it. I would partake in mine.
Sure would.
I would drink Jack Daniels.
I would partake
if
in
I
mine.
brought it, I'm
Oh,
drinking
you're
it.
so full
Coke
of it.
and JD, not Diet Coke.
I'm
Coke and
going Jaeger because you went first, and I was thinking Jaeger. I
Yeah.
think you would actually bring Jaeger. So
Yeah,
Jaeger
tailgate
is the winner there for that question.
Suck up. You have to. Don't let him intimidate you, Jack.
So it's 2-2, and then Jimmy's at 1.
I'm the only one here who doesn't have their paycheck signed by Rock, so I'm good. Give me the name of any all-time basketball player, last name beginning with the letter B.
Manuch. Bradley.
You need a full name.
What, can I go?
Jimmy. Bill
Jimmy.
Bradley.
Rock. Quinn Buckner.
Ooh, I like Quinn Buckner. I'm going Rock on that one.
Oh, come on. Bill Bradley's in the Hall of Fame.
But you wouldn't have got it if he didn't say Bradley.
That's true.
If you would have been more creative, you would have won. You would have won.
Well, also would have taken
There's
Bradley.
so many B's out there. You know,
Well,
you could
I'm well aware of that.
Charles
also wanna take
Barkley,
Bradley.
Larry
Yes.
Bird.
Yes.
Yeah. Good ones. Okay.
Quinn Buckner.
Oh, come on.
Well, you had Indiana on your
He
mind.
was just.
No, I didn't.
He was
I
a
had
journeyman.
Buckner on my
He
mind.
was a journeyman player.
minutes.
Bill
Oh.
Bradley's in the Hall of Fame. Played on the
Oh.
championship team with the New York Knicks.
I mean, I already won.
Jimmy, you don't
Yeah.
cut the checks. Remember that.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
yeah, you're
Go
right.
ahead.
I have to
One
count
more
to the
Just
fifth
for
wheel.
grin?
Yeah, we'll do one more. Ben, go to your last one. We'll do one more. If Manuch gets this, we'll go to overtime. If Rock gets it, he wins. If Jimmy B gets it, Rock wins.
Okay. Go ahead.
Give me the name of a first date idea beginning with the letter C.
Could you repeat that again?
We lost you.
Yeah.
Give me the name of a first date idea beginning with the letter C.
Cat house. Oh, Jimmy. Cat house.
What? You gonna take her to a cat house?
Rock.
What the hell is a cat house?
I don't know.
Rock.
Did you ever watch that show?
Rock.
Cat house.
Yeah, Rock. Yes, please.
Rock, save us.
Cabin.
Same deal.
No, it's not.
All right, Manuch.
Manuch?
Couch.
Your first idea is
First date couch.
First date.
Yeah.
You're taking her over to the place first date.
I'm going to cabin.
I'm going to the couch, man. I'm going to
dinner.
I'm going to the cat house.
If it goes
Wish
good,
I had a cabin.
if it goes good, we're going to the couch.
I'm going to
If
the
it
cat
goes
house.
good.
It will go good. I know that.
All right.
Okay. Rock wins.
I think Rock wins. Yeah. Cabin was good. Cat house. I don't know what a cat house is.
Yeah, what is a
And
cat
then
house?
Couch
Did you see
first
it?
date is kind of bold, Manuch.
Well, you know,
Just
just sit. We can watch TV. You guys are. You can watch TV. You can just sit there and talk on the
man.
That's a
couch.
man who-
Cat
that's a man
house
who
is
does
a,
that.
is a house of ill repute,
You would
which
take a
is very,
date.
very popular in Nevada.
Okay,
A
It
man who-
used to
a
be
man
the
who does
TV
that is
show
scared of
on
a second date.
HBO.
you would
called
take a date.
Cat
Call
House.
it cat house?
Yeah,
Are
they-
you sure?
I
It
am
was
positive.
something else.
It's
Yes. Look it up.
Your first date would take you to a cat house, Jimmy? Yeah. Oh my gosh, you need help.
You know what I'm looking for.
That'd be your first and last.
Well,
date
obviously
with
you're
us.
not on a good date. When I look up cat house, I don't see that. I see little condos for your little cat. I mean, I don't see any. I see you can buy them at Petco. They have them at Home Depot.
HBO series Cat
Best
House.
rated cat houses.
There you
doesn't,
go.
It doesn't show a brothel or a
It's a brothel.
brothel. No.
Yeah, it was
It's a
based.
connotation for
It was
brothel,
based
Rock.
outside.
Google
of
cat house chewy.com. No, that is a food for
Rock.
cats.
Look,
Jimmy did
No.
a story on it. He knows.
And if you Google it,
Yes.
it doesn't show up.
If you type
Great
in
tease.
HBO show Cat House, boom, it's there.
All right, I'm not looking up at that during the break.
All
But,
right.
but prior to that, Pac-12 men's basketball. We're going to dive into it. Average attendance, just over 6,200 fans for home games this season. Lowest figure since 83-84. We'll catch up with Pac-12 play-by-play voice Ted Robinson to discuss that and more. It's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B, Fox Sports 910.
Behold,
Bruh, cat house.
Fox Sports 910, Phoenix.
The Coyotes' point streak came to an end at 9 last night when they lost to the Flames. They'll try to start a new one when they host Nashville on Sunday. Cardinals owner Michael Bidwell, appearing on the Dave Pasch podcast, said that Colt McCoy is dealing with an unspecified injury and will be limited in the offseason. McCoy was spotted during Super Bowl week with a cast on his wrist. Former Cardinals defensive coordinator Vance Joseph with a new job. He's been hired as the new defensive coordinator in Denver. The Suns welcome in the Thunder tomorrow. Campaign set to return against OKC. Meanwhile, Kevin Durant expected to make his Suns debut Wednesday in Charlotte. I'm Frank Garrity on Fox Sports 910, available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
What's up, guys? Jason Payne, owner of State 48 Roofing. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook, hashtag sexy roof status. At State 48 Roofing, we are family owned and operated, born and raised in Arizona. We'd love to give back to our schools and community. Contact us at state48roofing.com.
Where will your new Chevy take you this year? Anywhere. It's the perfect time of year to take your next adventure off-road in a powerful Chevy Silverado. Round up the whole gang for some family fun in a Chevy Equinox. Hey kids, let's go. Or take your night on the town by storm in a stylish Chevy Blazer. Make more memories and take on the road ahead, wherever it leads you. Find new experiences, find new roads. See your Valley Chevy dealers.
Hey, it's Gross. Join me, Bauer, and Jackson every Saturday from 11 to 1 live from the Sportsbook at the CAZ Sports Bar at Casino, Arizona for Take the Points. Powered by the Sportsbook at CAZ Sports Bar.
Shopping for a mortgage? Big bangs can be a big hassle. Call GC Global Capital and work with a local team of mortgage experts for great rates and lower fees, more options, and faster closings. Don't let your dream home purchase turn into a nightmare. Call the professionals at GC Global Capital, 480-397-9300. GC Global Capital, your local mortgage professionals. GC Global Capital is an Arizona licensed mortgage broker, NMLS 1091187, license MB 0924983, and equal opportunity lender.
The all-new Nissan Ariya is a fully loaded EV. It's brimming with style and power,
Up to 389 horses of it.
innovation, and intelligence.
E-Force all-wheel drive.
It'll pin you to your seat.
Your very plush seat.
The all-new, all-electric Nissan Ariya. Nissan Ariya with E-Force expected availability early 2023. E-Force cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. E-Force and 389 horsepower available on Platinum Plus. Nissan calculation using 1-foot rollout testing with long-range battery and E-Force only in Fort Home with E-Step off. These results are for comparison only and should not be attempted on public roads. He's a cowboy. USA.com for details.
The check is good, the experience is smooth, and the reviews online are wonderful at GiveMeTheVin.com. They don't call us America's best car buyer for nothing.
Sell us your car. Give me the VIN.
Ted's ready.
So easy you can do it in your underwear.
DraftKings Sportsbook is an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app today and use code SPORTS for a special offer when you sign up. That's code SPORTS, only at DraftKings Sportsbook.
This is Pac-12 country. And it's 6 points on one play. Chip Traynham. White the carry, White the cutback, White to the end zone. Time to catch up with one of the experts who you can see and hear on the Pac-12 network.
Guys are hot.
Let's talk everything Pac-12 on the Roc and Manuch Show on Fox Sports 910.
Always a treat to catch up with Ted Robinson, play-by-play voice for the Pac-12, well, many other things as well. Ted, before we get going on some basketball specifics in regards to some teams, I saw in the Arizona Daily Star, I believe it was last night or maybe it had been this morning, Greg Hansen had a piece talking about the average attendance for home games is just over 6,200 across the conference, the lowest figure since 83-84. It's about 52% of capacity. Why do you think that is? Because it seems to me that we are seeing a lot more interest in Pac-12 basketball, specifically as some teams that we didn't think were going to be any good are still kind of right there.
Yeah, guys, hey, nice to be with you. Hey, QB1, but, that's actually a point that I feel really strongly about, having been around this conference for way too many years. And look, there's like a lot of things, there's never one reason, but, look, start times are clearly part of it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I just think overall, when this conference finally gets its next media deal done and we know exactly what the conference is going to look like going forward, I truly believe, and I would urge the conference to appoint a conference commission to help with men's basketball for that very point, because it needs investment. and it needs dedication. And look, when you put a product on the air and you see nothing but empty seats, what value does that say? We're trying to value this product, right, to television partners, and we put way too many men's basketball games on right now with empty seats, and it's terrible. It's terrible. It's a terrible advertisement. No company would put their product out there like that. Why would the Pac-12 feel any differently? So I think that's you can tell you already picked a scab with me in the first minute.
Yeah.
But
well, I'm going to follow.
I'm going to say let me just give you one really quick example. I live, as you guys probably know, I live very close to Stanford. I'm going to be at Stanford tonight for their men's basketball game. I'll be surprised if there's 1,000 people there.
Wow.
Monday night this week, Monday night on ESPN, Stanford women played the UCLA women, and the place was almost full, and it was on ESPN, and it looked great. The crowd was raucous. It was into it. It looked like a terrific college basketball atmosphere. Tonight will look much more like a study hall.
All right, let me follow up on that then, Ted. Are you concerned that all you're really hearing right now, because you referenced the TV rights deal, that it's a streaming service? How problematic then would that be?
Yeah, that's a great. I mean, that's clearly the debate of the moment, and depending on what this final outcome is, it could be the debate going forward. And I've heard both sides of the argument, and there's clearly an exposure question, which we all understand. There is also a school of thought that I've heard that says, look, right now, the conference doesn't get a lot of national exposure anyway. Part of it's the product hasn't been appealing in football outside of USC this past year, and in basketball outside of UCLA and Arizona. And when you say the two of the three I just mentioned are leaving. So there's a school of thought that says, let's be groundbreaking. Let us go for it. And let's try to be ahead of the curve rather than be taking a secondary or third-rate position, let's say, on ESPN. And there are people in the conference who are involved in these sports who tell me, look, ESPN doesn't talk about us anyway, or they rarely talk about us. So do you just want to be, do you want to be James Corden? Do you want to be doing the late show? Where you're not Jimmy Fallon or Colbert, but you're the late show. That's what the late primetime Saturday Night Football game becomes. And yeah, it's great for gamblers and great for all night people and the total junkies. But to truly expose your sport, no. And I'm a massive believer that in whatever this deal happens, and I know dollars will dictate everything, we know that, but the conference needs to have some control back over start times. We can't be playing games. The Stanford game tonight at 8:10 p.m. is not good. It's not good to get people. It's not good to get people in the seat.
Boy, Ted Manuch, always great to catch up with play-by-play one that you always are in our hearts. That's for sure.
Just because he gave you a QB.
Wow. Us mid-70s guys throw a lot at each other. There's so much to unwind here, Ted, because you can see, from a national perspective, just truly perceive here, right, is, okay, you see this Apple potential deal. So people are now going, well, where will that team end up and where will they end up? And do these other teams want to come into the Pac-12 knowing they're only going to have streaming? You see what I'm saying? There's so much minutia surrounding versus the sport and getting exposure that we've never seen before, probably in the history of the Pac-12.
Yeah, exactly. These are all things that none of us, I don't know any more than you guys know about the answers to those questions, but you're absolutely right. And I would say, okay, so the counter to that is if you're on the fence, and let's just say you're a school that the Pac-12 may entertain and the Big 12 may entertain.
Right.
Okay, so if I go to the Pac-12, let's assume that it is a streaming service deal primarily. Right. Okay, you want to be on the cutting edge of something? There's a risk involved there, no question. You know what the money is. There's no risk on the money, but you understand the risk of exposure. Or do you want to go, as we saw this year, to some FS channel that you can't see anywhere, and the announcers call the game from a studio in Los Angeles? What does that say about your product? And that's something I've had great concern about for the Pac-12. And thank goodness Doug Tammaro at ASU called out that this year about the basketball games. And Doug's the one that got that conversation going. Because it's a joke when Arizona State and Arizona played their first basketball game this year and the announcers were in Los Angeles. That's absurd. And it devalues the product.
Yep.
And I strongly believe that going forward, the people that provide the content, leagues, conferences, teams, are going to have to force the networks that buy the rights to put that in the contract. You're going to have to force that in the deal to say, I want announcers there. And because the networks won't do it on their own. If they can save $1, they're going to save $1. You can't tell them how to produce the game once the contract has been signed. So, and I say this, and I'm absolutely incredibly grateful that the Pac-12 schools, the 12 schools, have insisted in our network that we're at the game. I've been to every football game since COVID and virtually every basketball game because the schools are the ones that have said, even if our production is in San Francisco, we want the announcers there.
Ted Robinson, Pac-12 Network here on Fox Sports 910 Phoenix. We talk a lot about football and realignment, but it seems like then there's basketball. How important would it be for the Pac-12 to maybe reinvest in the basketball, to go after UNLV, to go after Gonzaga? We know SMU and San Diego State are part of football, but what about those two schools particularly, UNLV and Gonzaga? I know UNLV has a football program, but Gonzaga doesn't.
Yeah, no, I don't know. UNLV's basketball is no longer nationally relevant. Their football is not very good at all. UNLV's only sales, a pitch to me to the Pac is just Las Vegas.
Yep.
That's an obvious one. San Diego State, by the way, has a nationally ranked basketball program every year. They're a national power, and they sell the arena out every game. That's a plus to me, hugely for the league. I said this back in August when this thing first broke up. I've said this in some other places that I thought there were two outside-the-box pursuits that I would hope that the conference would take just to find out. One was to go to Phil Knight and make this the conference of Nike. Make it Nike's conference. And the second one was Gonzaga, which would mean you'd have to change the conference charter. Because right now, to be in the Pac-12 conference, you have to play football. And you have to play men's basketball, and you have to play women's basketball. Those are the three sports you have to have. Well, you'd have to change the charter, but the presidents could do that in one conference call.
Yeah.
To me, you would raise the value of basketball so much by having Gonzaga in this league. And I would go to Mark too and say, Mark, listen, you're probably playing the last couple of holes of your career here. Do you want to go out just dominating a smaller league, or do you want to try, once to win to win a bigger league? And I know Gonzaga and St. Mary's are excellent programs. There's no disputing any of that. But once you get past that, the rest of the league, not so good.
2 minutes.
Ted, down right now, there's no question. But the Pac would be great having Gonzaga.
Ted, last one, UCLA, Arizona, Utah. We know they're the cream of the crop right now in the Pac-12. Is there a team that you have seen that if they can get some momentum in the Pac-12 tournament could make it difficult for some of these teams?
Yeah, well, I think the three teams, I think UCLA, Arizona, and I think USC.
USC, okay.
If they don't completely fall apart, will be in. I would be very, very happy if there was a fourth team in. And the fourth team to me is going to be one of two things. Either somebody's going to beat UCLA and or Arizona in the next couple of weeks, and that's clearly Arizona State has that chance. Or somebody goes to Vegas and wins 3 straight. Mm-hmm. And it's going to come from that pool of teams. The team that I think has a chance to really be a disruptor in Vegas is Washington State. And they played some huge games.
1 minute.
And they beat Arizona and McHale. They should have beaten UCLA at home. They lost that one at the end. If they get hot, they're the team that they're not going to get in the tournament unless they win in Vegas, the whole thing. But they're a team in Vegas that to me could rip off 2 or 3.
Ted, we enjoy it. We'll be watching as always tonight as Washington State and Stanford go at it, and hopefully there'll be more than 1,000 people there. So I hope you're not piping in some sound,
Guys, you're awesome. I'm going to go and stanch the bleeding now.
That's Ted Robinson. You can follow him on Twitter at Ted J. Robinson. Again, calling the game. Pac-12 Network. Always appreciate his time. Coming up, we will have our Peaks Picks, our Twin Peaks Picks, which we do each and every Thursday. So we'll have a contestant at 602-260-9191, fifth caller at 602-260-9191. And you'll compete against one of the Twin Peaks girls here at the Scottsdale location for a $25 man card. That's next as we continue to Roc and Manuch, Fox Sports 910.
This is The Herd. Attention listeners. With Colin Cowherd.
The Justin Fields story. 3 days ago, I brought this up, and I was considered ridiculous and ludicrous.
I feel like way slower in that cold weather.
It is an edge to play in Chicago. Field sees it as an issue. Hard, I feel slower. Great quarterbacks are not seeking comfort.
This is The Herd. Tomorrow at 10. Listen to Fox Sports 910 anywhere on our free iHeartRadio app.
Golfers, tee it up at Van's Golf Shops and go farther and faster with the new G430 woods and irons from Ping. The Ping G430 woods introduce the next generation of speed with new face technology for longer and more accurate shots. The new Ping G430 irons are designed with pure flex technology for faster ball speed and more distance. Swing into Van's Golf Shops and get custom fit on the new Ping G430 woods and irons today. Van's Golf Shops, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee.
The right price, the right selection. It's all now at Wright Toyota in Scottsdale. Stop by today and see why Wright Toyota continues to be Arizona's top Toyota dealership, located just off the 101 on Frank Lloyd Wright Boulevard and online at wrighttoyota.com.
I'm attorney Kevin Rowe. You hear a lot of attorneys talking about a lot of things, but the thing you hardly ever hear is them talk about their results. Why? Because they don't have any? Okay, they have some. But I don't know of any other law firm that has recovered billions of dollars for their injured clients and that is recovering millions of dollars every week in Arizona. What other law firm can say that?
Turn her up a tad.
And results matter. Hurt in a wreck? Call Lerner and Rowe today.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
Get ready for the nothing but net action of college basketball on AZTV Channel 7. Every Monday and Saturday, we take you courtside for both men's and women's college hoops. AZTV Channel 7. Check out the schedule at aztv.com.
If you are tired of losing money, tired of picking the wrong teams, listen to Taking Vegas every Saturday morning at 8 and Sunday morning at 9 on Fox Sports 910. While you're doing what you do every week, these guys are analyzing the games, analyzing the matchups so that they can help you pick more winners. You can get free picks every day at 888-9-WIN-NOW. That's 888-9-WIN-NOW for free picks. Or again, Taking Vegas Saturday mornings at 8 and Sunday mornings at 9 on Fox Sports 910.
You're going to feel a puff of air.
Jong's Optometry has set their sights on staffing up.
Try the next line. Hey, Kim, can you tell our 2 o'clock we're running 15 behind? Sorry, we're a bit backed up today.
He needs an optometric technician to keep an eye on it all.
Where are the dilation drops?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Are you ready? It's your weekly chance to challenge one of the beautiful girls from Twin Peaks. It's Peaks Picks. The Twin Peaks girls are the essential ingredient to the perfect lodge experience. Each week, our girl next door Twin Peaks contestant takes on a Fox Sports 910 listener for 3 games. Get the most picks right and win a $25 man card for one of the 4 Valley Twin Peaks locations: Scottsdale, Phoenix, Glendale, and Tempe. Don't forget men's size Coors Light draft specials every Thursday at Twin Peaks.
Here.
Guys are hot.
Peaks Picks.
All right, she's a regular. Cheeks is with us here at Scottsdale Twin Peaks. How are you today?
I'm doing fantastic.
Having a good day? It's somewhat busy today.
It is a busier morning.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it.
And it's afternoon now, too.
Yeah, it's keeping me out of trouble.
I like that. Well, you got John in Peoria, who's already got his picks in. So here we're going to go. We got UCLA at Utah, Arizona State at the University of Arizona. That's on Saturday at noon. And then Oklahoma City at the Suns on Friday night. That's tomorrow, as the Suns are back after the NBA All-Star break. So let's go with the first game. UCLA at Utah. Big game for the Pac-12. Who do you like in this one?
I'm going to say Utah.
All right, Utah with the upset. All right, Ben, what did John go with?
John took UCLA here.
Okay.
All right, second game, Arizona State travels down to Tucson to take on U of A noon game on Saturday. Last time, U of A only beat them by 9 points. ASU made a run. I don't know. They beat them up here. U of A beat them up here. Can ASU go down there and beat them? What do you think?
Oh, that's a toughie. I'm going to stick with ASU.
Devils in the upset. What did our guy John have to say?
John took the University of Arizona bear down.
All right.
Wow.
Bear.
I like how you said that as an Arizona State guy.
Yeah,
wow. You maybe
actually grew up a U of A fan, believe it or not.
Oh, okay. That makes sense then.
But you graduated from ASU, you should lose your Sun Devil card.
All right, last game. last game, we need to score in this one. No, actually, we don't need to score in this one. We just need to win because you both took different teams. So, with that being said, Oklahoma City is in town to face the Phoenix Suns tomorrow night at Footprint. Who do you like?
I'm going to say Oklahoma.
Going to Oklahoma City.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Is there any reason for that? You like their uniforms, or
I just have a feeling.
You just have a feeling.
I have a feeling.
All right.
Gut feeling.
Got that feeling. All right. What did John? Did John have the feeling there, Ben?
John took the Suns because he liked their uniform.
Oh, okay. But you never know which ones they are.
I was going to say,
They're
which
so
ones are they
bad.
going to have?
Suns uniforms are awful. I'm
I
sorry.
get it.
Go back to the old
I hear
purple. The ones that they have now, the ones that look like they're Charlotte Hornets, the old Charlotte Hornets, or whatever.
I don't
just
get
terrible.
that. I
They're
don't get
awful.
that. Yeah. The
Anyway,
teal.
Cheeks, tell us what time happy hour gets started and what's going on. Anything big coming up this weekend?
It is from 3 to 6, and then we have Coors and Blue Moon.
Okay. And March Madness is just around the corner.
I'm
Spring
excited.
training.
Yes.
So you get a lot of people from out of town that come in here, don't
We
they?
do.
So
We get a lot of out-of-towners.
are they nice? They take care of you?
Most of the time, they are wonderful.
Okay, most of the
Yeah.
time they're good.
Most of the time. Everyone smile.
You got to put them in their place.
So,
Yes.
so the snowbirds are in full force and effect. They're here.
Yes.
Iowa, Kansas,
They are
Illinois.
It's starting to warm up a little bit, so they are down here. Which means
Outstanding.
more traffic.
Cheeks, thank you as
Thank you,
always.
Cheeks.
Appreciate it. Good stuff as always. That's Cheeks here from Twin Peaks in Scottsdale. Thanks to our friends at Coors Light and Blue Moon. Start your Thursdays here at Twin Peaks. 4 locations, soon to be 5. We'll have more on that coming up hopefully next week. I'm still waiting to find out. Got some information to pass along with the Live Tour, as they are now allowed to play in all 4 majors. So they will be eligible to play for 2023. That went down yesterday. So they got the green light. So Phil Mickelson, Brooks Koepka, guys like that who defected to the Saudi-backed golf tour will be able to play in the majors.
Now, there was a bunch of regulations and stipulations and all that kind of stuff that had to have them. They just, if you're on the tour, you got to have some merit as far as playing in all those tournaments. And I just wonder, and it was also yesterday, that the PGA could also go after the Saudi investors as far as suing them as well, too. And I'm like, well, it's interesting because you go, the Saudi investors have got $1 gazillion. How much money does the PGA Tour have? So I think, Rock, somewhere along the line, there may be some kind of a settlement here because you're not going to outspend the Saudi investors. I'm sorry, PGA.
You're not.
It's just not going to happen. That there'll be some kind of compromise, I feel, in merging the 2 leagues in some form, fashion, or the other. And I think that now that the players that are qualified to play in these PGA events or the majors, there's stipulations, there's qualifications, there's all that. That's a beginning of maybe moving this thing forward because now the Live Tour starts for another couple, 2-3 weeks or something like
This
that.
weekend in Mexico.
It's just okay. So I think that
It'll be televised on the CW6.
Yes. So I think somewhere in the middle lies the truth for both these tours to blend and play in the same sandbox.
Dustin Johnson and Adidas have agreed to separate, so they are no longer hooked by the hip, and the world number 1 will now focus on his brand called 4 Aces. 4 Aces. So when you see Dustin Johnson, to me, you think TaylorMade and you think Adidas. I mean, he is one of the best dressed golfers, I think, in my opinion, because he doesn't wear that crap that Jimmy B wears, that the bad birdie stuff that is for 25-year-olds and under. But he seems to pull it off because he gets it on that. There's smalls that no one buys on the rack. On the 50%
Oh,
rack.
yeah. You get Nordstrom rack.
Yeah, or it goes to Vans. You know. I will tell you, I just got the new Stealth 2 driver. Got fitted at Vans last Saturday. Got to play it after that at my course. And I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I got to figure it out. But 15, 20 yards farther.
Wow.
Which is substantial.
So
and and I'm not saying it's straight 15, 20, but it's I'm close.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
close, to the point where I was playing with my dad.
Yeah.
Next day he sends me a YouTube video. breaking it all down. You spent all this money on this new driver, and he goes, "This is what you need to do." And and I'm like, "All right, Dad, all right, I gotta get a hit on that." But he's right. He's right. But it was amazing. It's got a different. I was playing the TaylorMade M6, I think is what it was, and I've had it for 3-4 years. I hit it well, but now I'm hitting the Stealth 2, and I just hit it, and I'm getting distance. I really am getting distance because I know. I play Gainey all the time, so I know where I hit on every hole.
Sure, yeah.
If I hit it good.
Yeah.
And I'm like 15. I'm literally looking at my phone saying, "Oh my gosh, I hit it 15."
Wow.
I've never passed the trap, or
I could see 5 or 10, but 15?
That's exactly 15 to 20.
That's
dude.
amazing. That's amazing. I mean,
I mean, if I could get it controlled and get it honed in with the pro that I'm working with for lessons each week, I can maybe figure this game out a little bit. I still suck.
So you should drop your game by 5 strokes, right?
I will
15
take
yard,
it.
20.
5 is my goal.
Wow.
5 strokes. 5 is my goal.
Yeah, okay.
If I can get 5, then I'm a 10. I'm a 9. Yeah, I would love it.
Okay. I went from the TaylorMade of several years ago to that brand new Ping.
Paradigm?
No, the Ping.
Yeah,
the Ping.
The 460 or 4 something.
430.
Yeah, 430.
Yeah, that's it, and that's what I went to.
Did it give you some distance?
It's probably 5 to 10 yards.
Okay,
that makes sense.
But not like
technology. But dude, 15 to 20.
That's a lot.
I mean, I'm not exaggerating. I'm not embellishing. I'm being honest. I'm like, because I was shocked. I'm like, all right, everybody's talking about forgiveness. That's their campaign, and I'm like, wow. And it's just got a really cool look on it. And I was. All right. So I got to tell you, Vans really takes care of you, man. I went in there and they sat down with me, took all the time I wanted, let me hit a couple other clubs too, because I went in there knowing I wanted that club.
Yeah.
But I hit these other ones, and the service was amazing. Absolutely amazing.
What grip did you select? Did you select the regular grip, or did you go mid-size or larger?
I went mid-size.
That's what
I go larger. But I had one larger than that. And they told me that all my clubs I'm one up.
Yeah.
They said I need to go back to more standard because they said that affects
15 to 20 yards.
What I'm noticing too is I'm getting it up in the air more.
Okay.
So I don't know. Shoot.
10.
The live tour's not calling me.
Not yet.
Dude.
Not yet, Rock.
Hour number 3 is coming up. Roc and Manuch, Jimmy B, Fox Sports 910.
I'm attorney Kevin Rowe. Remember those bullies in high school? Of course you do. That's the way the insurance companies treat injured victims after a car wreck. It's unbelievable. And those tough-talking lawyers that stay out of court, they'll never get you the money you really deserve. At Lerner & Rowe, we fight the bullies and take them to court. That's why we recovered over $200 million for our clients last year alone. In a wreck, need a check? Call Lerner & Rowe. We're your 24/7 injury attorneys.
Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
Golfers, tee it up at Vans Golf Shops with the new 2023 Aerojet Woods and Irons from Cobra Golf. The new Aerojet Woods are designed with a unique aerodynamic shape that delivers faster club head speeds for longer drives. And the new Aerojet Irons are made with hot face technology, so every strike delivers more distance. Elevate your game by swinging into Vans Golf Shops and get custom fit on the new Cobra Woods and Irons today. Vans Golf Shops, unmatched expertise, unmatched service.
No one has the same taste as you. You damn right. From the music you love to the podcasts you can't live without. And only the iHeartRadio app has it all for free. Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
iHeartRadio. The 2023 Sun Devil baseball season is here, highlighted by 32 home games, including Pac-12 home contests against Oregon State, Stanford, UCLA, and that team down south. Season tickets and mini plans are still available. Mini plans offer you the opportunity to choose any 8 home games that fit your schedule. Be sure to secure your seats by calling 480-965-5812 or go online to sundeviltickets.com. Witness college baseball's greatest tradition, Sun Devil baseball, onward to victory.
I'm Byron Brown, the anti-lawyer lawyer. When it comes to your personal injury case, I'm straight to the point. I'll answer your call, no BS.
Oh, it's doing great. I've been on it now for about 3.5 years. I've lost 67 pounds, and I feel better than I did at age 40. The only thing I'm just getting older. That's the only thing that doesn't stop. Other than that, I feel good.
Listen, we're all getting older, but that doesn't mean you have to feel your age. Are you ready to turn back the clock? It's 2023, and there's never been a better time to start looking and feeling young again. Introducing Andro400.com. Andro400.com has proven solutions to melt belly fat, increase mood and memory, increase energy, and bring that spark back to your love life. Visit Andro400.com or call 888-400-0435 to see which product is right for you. Try the safe and natural way to start feeling and looking your best. And there's nothing to lose with an industry-leading 90-day money-back guarantee. Visit Andro400.com or call 888-400-0435.
Joe Brown here with Accident Law Group. If you were hurt in an accident, find us on the web at accidentlawgroup.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting from the Superbook.com studio. Superbook Sports, now live. This is KGME Phoenix, KESC HD2 Phoenix, an iHeart radio station. Available everywhere on our free iHeart radio app. #1 for music, radio, and podcasts, all in one. Here's what's trending on Fox Sports 910.
He was the team's head coach before coming on board with the Cardinals, and now Vance Joseph has landed on his feet. He's going back to Denver, where he will serve as Sean Payton's defensive coordinator. Drew Pensing officially introduced as the Cardinals' offensive coordinator today. Kevin Durant will reportedly make his son's debut next Wednesday in Charlotte. Women's hoops tonight finds Arizona on the road at Oregon. Shayna Pellington hoping to follow up her play from last week when she was honored as the National Player of the Week by the USBWA. Meanwhile, Arizona State looking to break their 16-game losing streak there at Oregon State. I'm Frank Garrity on Fox Sports 910, available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
This is the Parker & Sons Weather Center. For all your AC, plumbing, and electric needs, call Parker.
For tonight, look for a chance of rain. Right now, the National Weather Service is giving us about a 40% chance of rain, with those temperatures dipping down into those mid-40s. And then for your Friday, mostly sunny. Those temperatures starting to rebound, getting up to about 66 degrees. For the Fox 10 weather experts, I'm Ty Brennan.
This report is sponsored by Staples Stores. Right now during Staples Cinnathon, select chairs are up to 50% off, like the Union & Scale Essentials Mesh Back Task Chair, now just $89.99 at Staples. In-store only, offer ends $225 while supplies last. Staples, the working and learning and saving store.
Calling all sports with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Proudly sponsored by On Air Sports Marketing and is powered by the injury attorneys Lerner and Rowe. In a wreck and need a check? Make one call. That's all. 602-977-1900 and always online at lernerandrowe.com. Now time for Calling All Sports with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. On
You guys are hot.
Sports 910.
We got some details to share about the darkness retreat of Aaron Rodgers. That's coming up in about 10 minutes. Looking forward to that. We love to keep you connected locally on what goes on here, especially when we have some incredible athletes, student athletes that have gone on to bigger and better things. Unlike myself and Jimmy B, Manuch did leave this town and did play professional football, and we're going to catch up with Cameron Yout, who is playing professionally in Poland. Yes, we'll talk all about that. He had a couple stints with a couple local colleges as well as Auburn, so played at Notre Dame Prep. So we're going to talk to him here at Twin Peaks in Scottsdale at 3:30. I'm surprised his dad's not already here, like sitting here bugging us.
His dad would have been here a half hour ago taking photos of everything.
I mean, seriously, he's probably, or he's listening, he's taping this.
Wanted to get on the air.
Yeah, it's just like he's not.
Talk about it.
And his dad, ironically, I went to grad school with him at The Ohio University back in 1990. So we just happened to both move out here after grad school.
And you're the one that gave me the referral for one, Cameron Yout, back when he was in 8th grade.
Oh, that's right.
Several years ago.
Still haven't received.
Well, you might see some swag today.
I've sent a lot of people your way.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Rock.
I mean, a lot.
I do.
And all I ask is maybe, hey, my friend owns a business. Would love to advertise on the show.
Yeah.
As I've got crap from Jimmy. Jimmy hasn't given me a lead yet. I mean, whatever happened.
I throw that a lot out there.
No, yeah, but you got to follow up.
Well, I do.
You got bring in a closer.
Well, I do. I will. Is that split finger or curveball right there?
Kevin Durant. There was a lot of talk that he would get started tomorrow at home at Footprint. That is not the case. Looks like he'll get going next week at some point as they're on the road. As the Suns host Oklahoma City tomorrow night. This is their first game back from the All-Star break. Seems to me, though, this break has been long. The All-Star game was on Sunday. Right. Tonight's the first game for a couple games right now, going on in the NBA, but in the association. But it seems like me is like been jonesing. Last 2 nights, nothing.
Yes.
Nothing to watch. I mean, it's been horrible. Other than, the Yotes getting crushed last night by Calgary. But aside from that, there's really not much you could get into other than free agency.
Well,
what is it? What else? It's just so slow.
All the speculation about this and with Kevin Durant playing and can the Lakers sneak in on the play-in game?
Too much Laker talk.
Oh, huge Laker talk.
From Carton to Get Up and all those shows.
Patrick Beverly's gone.
It's all Lakers.
Westbrook.
It's almost as bad as Cowboy talk.
They're begging,
right?
They're begging Cowboy to be in the playoffs.
I mean, there's two teams that it doesn't matter what day of the week, what time of the month. It's Dallas Cowboys and Los Angeles Lakers.
Absolutely.
Nonstop.
Yeah, it is.
They can just throw up in your mouth.
And they talk about, and speaking of LA, you look at Westbrook with the Clippers, Patrick Beverly moving to Chicago. I mean, there's a lot of that. Okay, how's that guy going to help this team or that guy? Hey, well, you look at Westbrook. He's going to be that guy. How's he going to be that guy? He's going to come off the bench. What's he going to do for the Clippers? They're already a decent team, so to speak. But how much more is Westbrook going to enhance that? And to your point, Rock, it seems as though ESPN's always wanting to, let me tell you how he's going to take him to a championship. That's not going to happen because the Suns have got Kevin Durant.
Yep.
KD. Now, that talk about him playing has dominated not only here, but it dominated a little bit for ESPN as well, too. But I think we got the vibe yesterday after talking with Tim Kempton, the radio color analyst, that he felt his gut just wasn't going to happen. And then we found out last night that it was not going to happen for tomorrow night. Maybe, just maybe next week, that being when they're on the road in Charlotte. If not, they'll be back here on Wednesday, March 8th against Oklahoma City. Hey, let him practice, let him scrimmage for the next week and a half. And when he comes back, maybe that Wednesday or maybe it's that Saturday, when they come back, or that Sunday, and just make some, I'm sorry, Saturday, against Sacramento. That they makes the debut. It's a weekend. It's a Saturday night. And, one of those 7 o'clock tips, everybody and their mother will get a heads up.
Mm-hmm.
And so these national TV guys that are going to be in town going, damn, I guess we'll just have to make this work. It'll be CP3 and Devin Booker will tout in tonight's game on ESPN.
Jimmy, what do you think about that?
You rest
coming
him?
from a football guy.
I know.
And you're
man.
You're a basketball guy. That really was your opportunity.
I know.
To take the mic, drop one on us, and break it down. But instead,
I paused.
You basically got up to the tee, and you basically said, "Go ahead, Manuch."
He said,
even though you just birdied the last hole, you should be first.
Yeah,
you just did your little shot of fireball, and then your birdie shot.
Yeah, he's ready now.
If we always have birdie juice when we play.
Yes.
And if I make one, the shot is like about a quarter of what everybody else's shot is for me. Because
that's all you can handle, Jimmy?
That's all I can handle. It hits
What
me
shot
so
would knock
fast.
you down?
Oh man, I'm on the carpet like you cannot believe. If I take that shot on the golf course.
So it doesn't help your game.
No, not at all. Does it help yours?
I'll be honest with you.
Depends what hole.
I'll be honest with you. I don't typically will do those.
Okay.
I don't really like to drink when I play.
I don't either.
Just not my thing. Even though it would probably help me. And there's some other things that you could probably take that are illegal that would probably help me because it would just make me relax a little bit. But no. But again, we talk about the NBA being underway and a prime matchup tonight. As you saw it, if you watch any television,
yes,
it's the Lakers and Golden State. I mean, that's it.
It's on right now.
The new look Lakers, and they were battling for a playoff spot right after the trade deadline, and then of course we just got to wait for Kevin Durant. But and then on the other side, you got the Celtics. They're at the top in the East, and the Bucks. They come back from break, and they had a 12-game winning streak going on.
Yeah, but Giannis is hurt with the wrist injury.
Yeah, they've been kind of banged up.
They have been.
I mean, if you look at their record, their top three, they're like 12-2, 12-1, whatever it is. And I'm anxious to see how they're going to be in the last 20, 25 games of the season.
Well, the Suns game on Sunday is going to be a good game with Giannis not playing and Durant not playing, but it'll still be a good game. I mean, it's still one of those games of size versus what they have. And for DA, I just think from here on out, DeAndre Ayton, let's sustain where he's at right now. Keep that as one of the consistencies the Suns can have over these next 3 weeks.
I want to watch that game because Brooke Lopez will probably be the defender on
big dude
on DeAndre
Yeah.
Ayton, and he
Big
is
guy.
a big guy who can shoot the three, which means he will pull Ayton away from the basket when the Bucks are on offense. I want to see how that transition works because that's going to be a key component of the game.
Can we put a bow on the NBA All-Star Game and just
Please.
throw this out there? That
Matt McClung, 10 years old, wins the slam dunk.
Yeah, that's a joke. I heard you guys talking about that yesterday. I was like, dude, I had to turn channel.
Why? He was the star of the weekend. He was the star.
Shouldn't even play.
Wait a minute, he's on your Philadelphia.
How many games did he play?
He's
Two?
played two.
Yeah, so no.
Qualified him.
No, that's
Yeah, qualify is right.
I think they would have made an exception for him no matter what, because he's been one of those YouTube sensations for a
He
few
has been,
years.
yep.
I think what they need to do is let's find somebody that knows the dunkers out there, and they're not NBA players, and go out to these playgrounds in the cities and bring them in and make a donation to those cities, update those playgrounds, and get those dunkers and do something like that. where nobody knows who they are.
Head out to Rucker Park and see who's out there.
So that was the least watched All-Star game. Sorry, Manuch, I didn't know what you were talking about. On record, as TBS and TNT combined 4.6 million viewers, 23% lower than the previous record low, which was in 2021. Now that game was impacted by COVID, but and I think there was some they went head to head with Oprah with some interview with the Prince Harry and Meghan or whatever. So the numbers were low, 23%. I mean, if the NBA players can figure it out, because I think it has to come down to them, not the owners, because they're making money on the game. But if they can figure out something, the players, to move on, just get rid of it, or just do skills challenge. Be done with it.
What you said the other day, Jimmy?
Yeah.
Let's go international versus USA.
To me,
world versus USA.
That's the only way
All-Stars?
I think you could really revive it to make it interesting.
It's not bad.
Because,
It's not bad. There's a
because
lot of international
players
Sure
now
are.
that are here. I mean, I'll just throw out Jokic, Luka, Giannis. I mean, you can go on. There are
Damn
some
good
really
team.
good team.
May
good
not
guys.
be enough to fill a USA team.
Well, you just the best of the rest at that point, because you
Which
think
is
of that.
fine. Which would make it
so-
interesting.
So Devin Booker finally makes an All-Star
He makes
team
the All-Star
as a
team.
starter.
You got, and then you have LeBron and
KD,
you have Durant. Damian Lillard. I mean,
Kyrie.
Those matchups would be entertaining, and at least there would be a pride factor among those players. Hey, I don't want to lose to these guys.
I doubt that. I doubt that.
You know what?
No,
Rock,
these players
I disagree.
don't care.
I think that these
Come
guys.
on.
It's a
They
it's
won't
pride.
even.
I think if it was
a lot of
that-
these guys won't even go play for Team USA, and they back out. Don't play for them. If they're not going to play for Team USA for the Olympics, you think they're going to give a
But-
you know what in an All-Star
And let
game?
me tell you something. If all the international guys go, I'm in, I guarantee you all the USA guys goes, I'm in.
Because
this is our
This is
game.
bigger for the international guys.
I know.
For LeBron
It
and
is,
the
yeah.
guys here from the United States, they don't care.
Well-
They know they dominated and have dominated, and it's their sport that the international players are playing.
I get it. And that's what I'm saying. If all of a sudden the international guys are showing up year in, year out, and the USA guys are kind of poo-pooing the All-Star game, it takes about 3 or 4 games, you're getting your butt whooped. Where the USA guys goes, hey, man, enough is enough.
Yeah,
Enough.
I so
Hey,
disagree.
Rock, that's how the guys think.
I know they don't.
Competitive nature.
No, I don't know which NBA guy you're talking to that thinks that.
I think if you LeBron and all those guys, go, hey,
LeBron could care less.
you know
It's all
what?
about LeBron and his brand.
Okay, so after 5 international wins in a row, don't you think those guys get a little fired up and upset that this is our game?
Do they still get paid? $100,000 a minute?
Yeah,
they still get paid. no matter
Maybe
what.
they make it-
could care less.
Maybe they make it more of an incentive for those guys. The winner gets X, and
Do you
the
think
loser
money?
gets
You
X.
think money really matters that much to these guys?
I don't think it matters to the point of the pride factor that this is our game. We're not going to
Pride.
have you international
Pride.
guys come in there. I would hope. So I'm a last bastion. I'm a last
No,
romantic.
that's
of
fair. And I
sports.
respect that, Manuch, but I think reality is that's not the case.
And that's sad. That if they think that way, well, we'll just have our dudes go play the international guys. Well, after losing 5 in a row, I think they might go, hey, man, we need to go get our game back.
I think
and go
the game,
take this thing.
I think the NBA All-Star game is going down the same road as the NFL All-Star.
It already
game.
has. I mean, it already has.
It's still a little bit better than the Pro Bowl.
It is. Yeah, it is. The
It's
Pro
still-
Bowl is
Pro Bowl
terrible.
sucks.
It was just terrible.
And NHL, I don't think anybody really watches it, even though the skills is fun.
It is fun.
And, and the way they do the different periods and
Yes,
stuff like that.
I like
So,
that.
Yeah.
I mean, for hockey fans, I never hear any hockey fan bitch about the All-Star
No,
game.
not really. No.
But baseball, I think, is still the best of all of them.
And
I agree.
And without Mac McClung, the 3-point shooting by Lillard in that final shot was fun.
It was fun.
But without McClung, it's like, I mean,
See, I didn't watch any of it.
Oh,
Any of it.
McClung was.
I literally
off
saw
the charts.
highlights of McClung today for the first time.
Really?
I didn't care. Did I lose any sleep by
No,
not watching
no.
1 minute of the All-Star game or the festivities? It was awful. It was awful.
So did you?
And I didn't even watch it. That's what I read. It's
you-
like every single pundit has said that it was just
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. But if without McClung,
And the ratings tell you if you're
Yeah.
down 23%,
That's correct.
it's a huge number.
So they're going to have to readjust and figure out what they're going to have to do.
I just wish they'd get it back to the old way. I think the bigger problem with the NBA, and they talked about a lot this week because there's been nothing to talk about, is load management. I mean, that seems to be the biggest gripe that I think people have.
Sure.
I mean, you buy tickets to go see this a player or
Right.
players.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I would be crying for days if my dad was taking me to a Sixers game to see Dr. J, and Dr. J wasn't
Oh,
playing
man.
because he was not that he was hurt,
No,
but he just load management.
Yep.
You know, and I think there are a lot of kids like that you know they buy the sneaks, they buy the shirts,
Sure.
the jerseys, and all
Sure.
that. And if you can afford to go to an NBA game, which it's so expensive as it is,
They are.
and you want to go see Devin Booker, and he's healthy as can be, and he decides to sit out, that just sucks.
Yeah,
It's not like your season is 12 months out of the year. There's a lot of time in between games, or at least play for a quarter.
Yes,
That's the thing that I think.
Give us 15
some
minutes.
Give us
15.
give us 10, 15 minutes of time.
Yeah.
And at least to see your favorite player play. I don't know, man. I think we break at this time.
Yeah.
I don't know where Ben is.
he might have.
The Aaron Rodgers is out from his darkness retreat.
Oh, boy.
So his head is clear, supposedly. So what will he do for the upcoming season? We'll kind of dive into that next, plus some NFL news to pass along as well. It's Roc and Manuch, Jimmy B, Fox Sports 910.
You guys couldn't hear me saying break?
Remaining in Sun Devil Hockey's inaugural
I said
year
3, 2, 1, and then just a second ago I said, guys, break.
SunDevilTickets.com or join us at 6:30 Friday and 4:30
All right, I'll
Saturday
scream it.
for Arizona State and Alaska Fairbanks here on Fox Sports 910, the home of Sun Devil.
That's weird. All right, I'll be louder next time.
From the Valley Toyota Dealers Traffic Center.
Loop 101 southbound.
Yeah, but
near
is he as handsome?
Broadway. We have an accident, stop and go traffic. This is from Rio Salado Parkway. We also
Does
have
he
an
make
accident
good
just
Instagram reels
cleared
that
US
Rock
60
watches?
Westbound near Gilbert, and a crash 19th Avenue at Buckeye Road. You want to be using 15th Avenue or Grant. That's a check of traffic.
This report is sponsored by Maricopa Community Colleges. You can find a career you love. Become
Never.
a teacher,
We've never done a
cybersecurity
bad story.
specialist, firefighter, medical technician,
least not one
whatever
on
you
here.
can dream, you can do. And they'll help you get there. 10 colleges,
Yeah, I've already
affordable
got it listed and
tuition,
everything.
and quality instruction. Make it happen at maricopa.edu/.
I have it looped for 6 minutes. Do you want it under the entire segment?
Anywhere. It's the perfect time of year to take your next adventure off.
Okay, I'll pot it down if it feels right.
Silverado.
And it was just the first song of that Darkness one, right?
For some family fun in a Chevy Equinox.
No, it was cut up of a bunch of different songs, but I just figured you wanted the first one.
Make
All right, cool.
and take on the road ahead, wherever it leads you. Find new experiences, find new roads. See your Valley Chevy dealers.
Get ready for the nothing but net action of college basketball on AZTV Channel 7. Every Monday and Saturday, we take you courtside for both men's and women's college hoops. AZTV Channel 7. Check out the schedule at aztv.com.
Are you looking for a change in your career path or just looking to get back into the employment market again? Look no further. All City Towing is searching for motivated teammates to join their team. Current openings are in the areas of customer service, tow truck operators, yard management, facilities maintenance, and dispatch. If you're looking for a challenging yet rewarding opportunity, a great benefits program including 401k program with a generous company match, and a company that is a leader in the industry, apply online at allcitytowing.com/careers or call All City's HR department at 480-833-7278. All City Towing is Arizona's largest towing transport vehicle storage provider. Locally owned and invested within the communities they service. If you enjoy helping others by providing great customer service, working as a team, and possess great communication skills, All City is for you. Apply online at allcitytowing.com/careers or call 480-833-7278. That's allcitytowing.com.
Arena Sports Grill in Scottsdale on Bell Road is your home for pool, poker, and trivia. And now, the new Husk Brewing Company's Roc and Manuch Lager. Stop by today and experience top sports viewing, off-track betting, and ice-cold Roc and Manuch Lager drafts.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Hey, this is Lincoln Kennedy, 3-time Pro Bowler. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by DraftKings Sportsbook.
Former Cardinals defensive coordinator Vance Joseph has joined the Broncos as their defensive coordinator under Sean Payton. Joseph was Denver's head coach in 2017 and 18. The Suns host the Thunder tomorrow. Fans waiting for Kevin Durant's debut, which is expected Wednesday in Charlotte. ASU will get a rematch with rival Arizona Saturday as the Sun Devils remain squarely on the March Madness bubble. I'm Frank Garrity.
DraftKings Sportsbook is an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app today and use code SPORTS for a special offer when you sign up. That's code SPORTS, only at DraftKings Sportsbook.
More sports, more Jody. The Drive with Jody Ayler, now in mornings 6 to 10 on Fox Sports 910.
So, if you are in a structure that has 300 square feet of space, a little light, queen bed, a bathroom, a meditation-like mat on the floor, with this music, turn it up and would be appropriate.
Meditation mat?
Just play for louder. Can't hear And then I could just see when he's done, Aaron Rodgers opens up the door and the lights and the music just gets more intensified. Right?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
The BS thing about this whole thing is the room was fully powered. It meant that he could turn lights on anytime he wanted to. So it's BS that he's in this darkness retreat.
This dungeon, so to speak?
Yeah, we don't know what he really did. We don't know.
He just needed some time, man.
The music reminds me of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Like coming out of a cave after they just killed off like 900 people.
I want to know, were mushrooms involved? Was
There's nothing wrong with mushrooms.
No, I know.
Jake Plummer on all the time. I take them.
I'm just asking. I didn't mean anything different. And did you detox?
I
Did
don't
you
think
cleanse?
mushrooms, Manuch, is not something you would take to be in a secluded, locked-in area.
Got it.
Because you've never taken them.
No.
Okay.
But if you want to hallucinate a little bit while you're there,
but that would
get
not
your mind right.
That would most likely, for those of you who have been there, shrooms. By the way, it's just be cool out there. I got another job I have too.
You better be careful. This is years ago.
Yeah, no, this was college.
Years ago.
Before I had a real job.
Oh yeah,
I was a bartender.
Jimmy, he's detoxing. You're clean, Rock. Go ahead, bring it.
But I think those that have maybe tried mushrooms, those type of mushrooms, I think would agree that being in a 300 square foot room would freak you out because it's more of a happy, fun.
Sure.
Go do your thing, just have fun, and just kind of like explore.
Well,
not be locked in a freaking room.
He was looking to find what he's looking to do, Rock. So
I would say maybe on marijuana or something like that. Then I would agree. He would need a lot of that.
Well, I'm just saying he's trying to find what's his next steps. He clear his mind, go dark, come out of the light. I think the guy being in a monastery. I hear this, I go, I think of the guys with the hoods on over their face and walking down the long cathedral.
I'm telling you, man, it's Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. I mean, it's just the dungeon of darkness.
That's it.
To find
What
yourself.
do you think this so-called Sky Cave retreat, what it costs per night to be there? Because, like, you know, they have those springs, those hot springs, up heading like near Lake Pleasant. It's like $1,300 a night.
Might be a grand, $2,000 a night. Who knows?
It's not like you get room service here. You're in a freaking dark room. How much could it be?
Room service.
I would last 30 minutes. I would lose my,
a clock in there. I feel like I would have to know what time it is.
I wouldn't even do it. I wouldn't even go down that road. I do the proverbial cleanse and just kind of hang low, get the massages, do the steam, do all that stuff for a day. But I'm not staying in a room for an extended period of time to see if my mind's right and what comes to me as I detox or do whatever.
I don't think it's a detox.
No, it's not.
It's not a detox at all.
I would turn the light on.
Yeah.
It says it's $1,300 a night, $675 deposit.
Just to hang out
for the darkness retreat.
Just to make sure your mind's right. Or where are we going to go from here?
Why couldn't you just lock yourself in your room?
That was
right
in a closet.
Yeah, just take
yourself in a
the
closet.
TV out, take the radio out. If you like, Manuch still has a clock radio. Get rid of your clock radio.
I do.
Yes, he does.
Wake up to Jody every morning. Jody Ayler every morning, bright and early.
I just think of you just and it's Groundhog.
2 minutes.
And the song comes on again. So do you think Aaron Rodgers found the answers he was looking for? Does he know what's next for him? Will he be a New York Jet or a Las Vegas Raider?
I think he's coming back a Green Bay Packer. I really do. I
Be
do.
the smartest bet.
I think he's savvy, right? We talk about the marketing side of things.
He's a smart guy.
He just wants attention.
He's so weird.
He wants
He's a weird
attention,
guy, but
man.
he's smart.
I mean, look at the ponytails, the greasy hair, the whole thing, the whole nine. It fits, right?
But
Wants a little
usually
bit of attention.
but that's usually how the athletes are after they're done. Look at Jake Plummer.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, Jake Plummer paints his nails.
Yeah.
Wears all this stuff. It just kind of just
kinda
doesn't care.
The hippie kind of thing going on, and the healthiness and all that, and the healthy shrooms and all those things. I think the Packers are like, look, Aaron, here's the deal.
1 minute.
We've already gone on record. Either give us a decision. Not they haven't given an ultimatum, but let us know what you're doing because we're tired of this every year in and year out. We're going to move on one way or the other. We'd love to have you back. But you know what? Where are you at? What was the epiphany you came up with these so many days of the darkness? Did you see the light during the darkness? That'd be my response to
Hey,
you.
coming up, Manuch has been trading professional quarterbacks for quite some time. He's got guys in the NFL, German League, Indoor Football League, and now the Polish Football League. As former Notre Dame Prep High School star, played at Auburn. Cam Yao is going to join us here on location as he's getting ready to embark on his first season over in Poland. We're going to get into that next as Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B, Fox Sports 910.
This is what's trending on Fox Sports 910 Phoenix.
The Cardinals are reportedly hiring one-time ASU defensive line coach Robert Rodriguez to work with the outside linebackers. Vance Joseph is going back to Denver. The former Cardinals defensive coordinator has been hired by the Broncos for the same job. Joseph, of course, was the Broncos head coach in 2017 and 18. The Suns will host the Thunder tomorrow with an almost healthy team again. Cam Payne is set to return. Kevin Durant, meanwhile, set to make his debut Wednesday in Charlotte. The Diamondbacks kick off spring training Saturday with split squad games. They will take on the A's and the Rockies. I'm Frank Garrity on Fox Sports 910, available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
This is the Parker and Sons Weather Center. For all your AC, plumbing, and electric needs, call Parker.
For tonight, look for a chance of rain. Right now, the National Weather Service giving us about a 40% chance of rain with those temperatures dipping down into those mid-40s. And then for your Friday, mostly sunny. Those temperatures starting to rebound, getting up to about 66 degrees. For the Fox 10 weather experts, I'm Ty Brennan.
This report is sponsored by Staples Stores. Staples Print and Marketing is committed to quality and printing perfect every time. Now at Staples, get $10 off your document printing and marketing materials order of $50 or more. Offer ends 2/25. See staples.com/stores/print big for details. Try Staples and see the difference.
Golfers, tee it up at Van's Golf Shops and go farther and faster with the new G430 woods and irons from Ping. The Ping G430 woods introduce the next generation of speed with new face technology for longer and more accurate shots. The new Ping G430 irons are designed with pure flex technology for faster ball speed and more distance. Swing into Van's Golf Shops and get custom fit on the new Ping G430 woods and irons today. Van's Golf Shops, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee.
Home shopping? You'll need a pre-approval letter. Call GC Global Capital and you can get pre-approved in minutes. Call 480-397-9300. Free second opinions and comparisons. GC Global Capital is an Arizona licensed mortgage broker. NMLS 1091187. License MB 0924983. An equal opportunity lender.
It's Dom with Venezia's Pizzeria. We love providing great food for family gatherings, parties, even work meetings. And we make it simple.
We sure do, no matter what the occasion. At Venezia's, we make catering easy. You can see our entire catering menu online at venezias.com. Or let us know how we can help at one of our 6 locations, including the newest, now open in Chandler.
We'd love to bring Venezia's to your next party. Venezia's Pizzeria, a family tradition.
Any car dealer in Arizona can compete on price. That's what dealers do. But not many dealers can compete on customer satisfaction. Like Wright Toyota. Make the right choice. Wright Toyota in Scottsdale, just off the 101 on Frank Lloyd Wright Boulevard, and online at wrighttoyota.com.
Shopping for a mortgage? Big banks can be a big hassle. Call GC Global Capital and work with a local team of mortgage experts for great rates and lower fees, more options, and faster closings. Don't let your dream home purchase turn into a nightmare. Call the professionals at GC Global Capital, 480-397-9300. GC Global Capital, your local mortgage professionals. GC Global Capital is an Arizona licensed mortgage broker. NMLS 1091187. License MB 0924983. An equal opportunity lender.
The 2023 Sun Devil baseball season is here, highlighted by 32 home games, including Pac-12 home contests against Oregon State, Stanford, UCLA, and that team down south. Season tickets and mini plans are still available. Mini plans offer you the opportunity to choose any 8 home games that fit your schedule. Be sure to secure your seats by calling 480-965-5812 or go online to sundeviltickets.com. Witness college baseball's greatest tradition, Sun Devil baseball, onward to victory.
Could you use monthly payments to help meet basic needs, like putting food on the table, paying the rent, or buying new shoes for growing feet? Find out about supplemental security income. You may qualify if your income and financial resources are low and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI. Produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
DraftKings Sportsbook is an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app today and use code SPORTS for a special offer when you sign up. That's code SPORTS. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook.
All right, you guys are hot.
Roc and Manuch, Jimmy B, Fox Sports Line 10, Scottsdale, Twin Peaks today. And from time to time, seems like every day, we are bringing on one of Manuch's guys.
Never fails.
I mean, Brock Purdy was Brock Purdy time, like what, for every day?
Pretty much.
For like
2 months.
And then before that, it was Perkins, the Rams, Purdy with the 49ers. But Manuch trains kids that are all over the world, literally. And right now, we're very fortunate. I know his dad quite well. He played locally at Notre Dame Prep. He also jumped around a few other schools, also had a big stop, and he's wearing his Auburn Tigers sweatshirt now because he played there as well. And now he is getting ready to head over to Poland. Cameron Yao joins us here, not on the Right Toyota guest line, but in person here at Twin Peaks. Not bad for a place to do an interview, huh, at Twin Peaks.
No,
for a guy that's your early 20s?
23.
23.
Yes, 23 years young.
Yeah,
this will work.
This works out well. Huh?
Yes.
So you've had an interesting career in the last 4 or 5 years.
I sure have.
What has gotten you through it? Because you've been all over the place in a positive way, right? And I'm just curious, what has been the factor? What have been a couple things you think that have kind of kept you together? Not saying, hey, I'm going to give up.
Of course, yeah, I would definitely say that I've had plenty of things that have been out of my control that have forced me to move different places, and I never wanted to go out on someone else's terms. I always wanted to go out on my own terms and finish essentially what I started. And I had this goal and this dream of eventually going to play in college and play professional, and I wanted to do everything I possibly could in order to make that goal and that dream happen. Obviously, there was forks in the road, and there was times where it got really tough, and sure, I was a little depressed and whatnot, but the reality was it didn't matter really how I felt. I knew that in order for me to fulfill my goals, I had to keep working hard and keep pushing to whatever it is that I was trying to do. And that has taken me now to the point where I'm going overseas to play professional in Poland, and I'm incredibly thankful for the opportunity. I'm also incredibly thankful for all the places that I've stopped before, because people always ask, like, oh, would you have done something different? Would you have gone to this school versus that school? And da-da-da. No, I wouldn't, because, it's really easy to look back and say, oh, I wish I could have done this. But the reality is I wouldn't want to change anything, because everything that I've done has led me and created me into being the person I am today. And I'm forever thankful for that.
So, Cam, now you're getting ready for another chapter in your life, and that is Poland, professional football in Poland.
Yes, it is.
How did you even find out or even know that there is I've heard the German leagues and international football is big. We all know that. That's why they play so many games overseas. But Poland, where did that come from?
Sure, yeah.
And by the way, Kim, thanks for sharing that with me before you put that all out there. I went, what the hell, Poland?
Yes, no, of course. It is definitely a very unorthodox place to say you're going to go play professional football. But the way I got into the loop in Poland was I was a part of this platform, kind of a recruiting platform for ex-college athletes in overseas in Europe. It's called a website called Euro Players. So I had a website and an account all set up, and there was teams from a bunch of different countries that were reaching out to me. It also includes countries outside of Europe. It just so happens to be like Euro Players. So I had teams reach out from Spain, teams reach out from France, teams reach out from Germany. But the reality was, and I also had, teams reach out from Poland. And of course I was talking to all these different coaches and all these different organizations, but I never really had a chance to really connect and kind of build a relationship like I did with Coach Kaz, who is sitting here in the audience, at the Tychy Falcons, and just getting to know them and getting to know the culture and the staff. And it was something that I wanted to be a part of. Obviously I had been to many places in this world, but I have not been to Poland. And so it was kind of a new adventure for me, on top of the fact that I get to play the sport that I love. So it just seemed like it was a match made in heaven. And I'm, just really excited to go out on the field and, make things happen.
And what's interesting, Cam, not only yourself, but another young man we've been training for many years, Corey Lyles, who's at Saguaro, Wisconsin. He just signed with the German team, the New Yorker, over there. Alex Holmes, a former wide receiver that played at NAU, went to Chaparral. Went to NAU. He went over to Sweden. He played 2 years as a slot guy.
Sweden.
So the European leagues, which kind of made sense. I looked at a lot of the guys that have gone overseas and played professional football, and at some point, if they can make a living at it, come back home, go back and forth periodically.
Can I just pop in there? Is Poland similar to where Manuch played in the Canadian League, where they can only have one or two United States players?
Yes. So the league that I'm in, you are only allowed to have one American on the field at a time, one import player on the field at a time. So we have one for offense, who's myself, and then we have a linebacker coming in from Hawaii who's going to play defense for us. We're really excited. You haven't had the chance to meet him yet, but I'm really excited to get to know him because we're going to be staying together at the same hotel in the same facility that we're sponsored by the team. So yeah, just be the Americans in Poland. So
Here's
fun.
Tag you it, Cam.
Really. Here's what I want to ask. So when you get the playbook, is it in English or is it in Polish?
Yes. So that's what's really convenient about a lot of the professional football in Europe. Everything is conducted in English.
Okay.
Because, it's an American sport, right?
Yep.
So they're smart enough to know that if they're going to draw people to come over and make it an attractive sport, they're going to have to somehow sway Americans to come over and kind of help promote the brand. But yeah, everything's done in English. Everyone on the team speaks English. What's really nice is most people in general under the age of 30 speak fluent English in Europe in general. So it's really nice. I haven't had any communication barrier whatsoever with any of the coaches or any of the players. So it's been really nice. It's been a really smooth adjustment. And yeah, I really don't have any complaints about that. But
How's it Polish?
It's okay. I know a few phrases. But yeah, the guys, I'm working on learning some new Polish. I just know, your basic, good morning, thank you.
Yeah.
But it's unique, right? Because, when you introduce yourself and you say, oh, dzień dobry, like, good morning, people assume you speak Polish. So all of a sudden I get like, what's
You lost.
Yeah, I already lost. Sorry.
Time out.
Yeah, exactly. So I just I don't even start by speaking Polish. I just speak English.
We're visiting with Cameron Youn, who's getting ready to play for the Poland professional football team. He's a quarterback, played with Manuch, has been training under Manuch since how long?
Eighth grade.
Eighth grade. Wow.
Out there bright and early at 6 o'clock in the morning.
That's right. What is the age? What are the ages in this league? How old are people? Are the players?
Yeah, so most of the players are roughly like 18 and up. So it's like there really isn't like college football out there, right? So there's not college football. So anyone that wants to play football like at the next level, they have to go professional. So it's pretty much 18 and up. So we've got guys that are, mid 30s on the team. We got guys that are late 20s. You got guys like me who are 23, as well as we have some like really young kids who are like 18, 19 on the team.
Do you play just in Poland, or will you travel to Germany and play teams there? How does it work?
So the league that we are in, we are just playing Polish teams.
Okay.
However, we are having a scrimmage with a team in the Czech Republic coming up in a couple weeks. In the past, the franchise has played international games, but that was back when they were competing in a different league for a different championship. So it kind of changes depending on like the competitive level of the team, will determine whether or not we decide to, fry bigger fish and try and take on other teams from Germany and Italy and France and around Europe.
And if you win, you go to the Polish Bowl.
Yes.
Polish Bowl 18.
Yes.
This thing's been going on for a while now.
Yes, it has been going on for a while, yes.
And you think about that are we going to get a chance to see you? Can we stream you, pull up on that internet thing there and be able to watch Cam Yao play?
Of course, yes. You'll be able to stream all the games. I will be posting links on Twitter, Instagram, just so everyone that wants to follow and watch me, they can go ahead and follow the games. But yeah, we're going to be able to get film and everyone's going to be able to watch.
How many games do you play? Is it a long season or a short season?
It's about 3 months. So we have 8 regular season games, and then we have 2 postseason games if we make the playoffs. So the way it works is
No. When?
Well, you see,
right. That's coach.
Absolutely.
How does he miss that?
I'm glad you caught
Did you learn that like ninth grade?
Oh, I tell him when you make the playoff.
Right.
When you make it.
Of course. Right. That's
Come on, Rook. Let's go.
So yeah, when we make the playoffs, there is 2 games in the postseason. The first and second division. So the top 2 teams from each conference is the North and there's the South. They make the postseason. Number 1 from North plays number 2 from South in the semifinals, and vice versa. And then the 2 best teams after that.
And I noticed that these games are streamed on YouTube, so you'll be able to check that out. League goes from April to July.
Yes.
You're back in town for the National Quarterback Club Gala, which is tomorrow night, which Michael Vick, Brad Johnson, and some other quarterback who I'm not.
2 minutes.
But
Ron Jaworski.
Still upset with
I know you are
against the Raiders back in the 80s. I will never let him go. Jaws, he threw what? 20 interceptions that game?
Yeah, just 3. To the same guy.
No, I'm kidding. Ron Jaworski, Michael Vick, Brad Johnson, the National Quarterback Club Gala tomorrow. They do it to all be inducted in the Hall of Fame there. So a really big deal that I know your dad spearheads with a bunch of other local guys in here that do a great job giving back to the community.
So, Cam, how long of a plane ride is this bad boy?
So,
how many connectors do you have?
Yeah, do you go through Chicago, New York, Charlotte? Where are you going to go?
Okay, so first of all, I took a 2.5-hour train ride to Wrocław, where my coach, his home city is.
Okay.
So I took a train there, so that's 2.5 hours of travel. Then I took a 4-hour train to Warsaw, so that's already 6.5 hours of travel. Then we took a 2.5-hour flight from Warsaw to London. So we're at, 9 hours already?
Yeah.
And then we took a 10-hour flight from London to Phoenix. So a total
All
of
on time? Were they all on time?
All on time.
delays?
The one from London to Phoenix was like 15 minutes delayed. But
that's not bad. That's not a delay.
Yeah, it's only 19 hours. What the heck?
Yeah, exactly. 19 hours of travel. But yeah.
So what do you do that? I mean, what can you do?
Really?
I mean, that's 19 hours. I can only watch so many movies.
So you know the playbook inside and outside by now.
Oh yeah, no, Coach Cass and I we're writing the playbook together. So we are always on the phone. We're always talking about that. But we're football mode all the time. But yeah, on the travel, I slept for quite a bit of it. But I also had plenty of time to watch movies on the flight from London to Phoenix. So
How would you categorize the level of talent that you're playing with? You got college, you got the NFL, you got college, JUCO, high school. What would somewhere in the middle? Or
Yeah,
what would you think?
it's definitely college level. There's definitely college level competition. We have big guys, right? So we got receivers that are fast, we got tight ends that are big, we got linemen that are big, we got safeties that are ball hawks. So it's definitely highly competitive. So yeah, it's nothing been short of what I've expected.
Can they hit you legally like back in the day, or is it league with the shoulder pad? The same NFL rules as far as hitting and all that? Or do you know yet?
Not quite. I don't get hit in practice, so I wouldn't know yet. But everything is college rules. It's NCAA, with the exception of the fact that the field is 10 yards shorter. It's 90 yards as opposed to 100, and there is 12-minute quarters as opposed to 15.
Is there a reason?
Let's say just none of this. Let's get to the real. What's really important.
Okay.
We only got about a minute.
All right.
Dumplings.
Ooh.
Polish sausage.
Pierogies.
Cabbage rolls.
Ooh.
Hunter stew. What is it? What is where's your go-to in Poland?
So all of the food is amazing that I've had in Poland. However, there has been one surprise. I had one of my teammates come and ask me if I like kebabs. Now, me being from America, I'm assuming I like shish kebabs, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I like kebabs. He's like, okay, perfect. We're gonna go to this spot. So he takes me to this place. It's not like a normal kebab like you would normally expect here. It is a Middle Eastern kebab. It's like a tortilla with all these sauces and beef and salads and fries, and it's amazing. So that's like probably my favorite thing that I've had so far. But the only danger is you can't have too much of it because then you feel sick. So
well, that's not
just gotta pace yourself.
Well, Cameron, we're excited for you.
Yes.
Congratulations, going to your next chapter of your life, and we hope that you'll bring back some good Polish sausage for us.
Of course,
and we'll keep tabs on your career. So.
And I got to tell you what, one of the hardest working young men. I'm glad you persevered and endured. Your story, we talk about Brock Purdy's story. I think we'll have the Cam Yao story as well too, because if Disney saw that script, they wouldn't believe it. So best of luck to you. Proud of you. And just remember, no slacking and Cadillacing. Of course not. I will find you.
We'll come back with more Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B next from on Fox Sports.
That's all. 602-977-1900. Lerner and Rowe, voted Arizona's best.
Guys are hot.
I set this one up. This happened on Wednesday night. A high school basketball announcer, yes, went viral on an incredible call at the end of a big win for their high school team. It happened in Michigan, West Catholic Hawkeyes against Hamilton Community. And this sophomore broadcaster
In high school.
Yes. Really had some fun. So what was interesting about it is there's basically no better way to inform students of a snow day than at the end of a big boys basketball win. And that's what this sophomore broadcaster did. It was the call of the century on a live broadcast because the kids found out that the next day they had no school because of a snow day.
And Lusk calls the snow day. Breaking news. Lusk just called the snow day right here at the student section. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I've never seen that before. Breaking news. Lusk called the snow day at Hamilton. Woo! No school for me tomorrow. And that's the end of the game. Zeros on the clock, 57-45. Lusk takes it home along with the Hawkeyes. My name is Aiden Litzer, sophomore broadcaster. That is the end of the game officially.
I'm sorry. I think that is the funniest line of that deal.
It's like
you've never heard a play-by-play announcer say no school tomorrow.
No, I have.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
But the part of him just saying I'm a sophomore broadcaster and he's closing out. What advice would you give him, Jimmy, as a former play-by-play announcer? Color analysts don't mean
very organic, Jimmy. I'll say that.
I would basically say I wouldn't let everybody know that you're just a sophomore.
Yes.
I'll tell you what that reminded me of, and this is many years ago. Maybe it's like
Michigan, Appalachian State,
and the guy. No, and the guy's on TV and he's doing his college sportscast, and everything is all messed up. I mean, the tapes are wrong. The graphics are wrong.
Sounds like when Chris Berman blew up.
Pretty much. And he says, boom goes the dynamite.
Yeah, that was pretty big.
That made it everywhere.
That went viral. That totally went viral. But this one has as well.
It does.
I mean, what's funny is the players are actually the post-game handshake line is there. And then all of a sudden the announcement that this is snow day tomorrow. I mean, that's just classic.
That's youth at its best right there.
When I would have an issue and the wrong tapes would roll or the graphics were wrong, I'd say something to the effect of, okay, now we're playing Stump the Sportscaster.
Stump the Sportscaster.
That's
I
it.
like it.
And then let it roll.
Hey, what's on tap tonight? No sports. There's nothing. There really isn't. Second season premiere, Bel Air on Peacock. Third season premiere, Outer Banks on Netflix.
Let's go.
Station 19 returns for their winter break, and Grey's Anatomy returns as well.
And
so that's all you got. So tomorrow we're going to be talking all about all the TV shows, the sitcoms, the premieres, things of that sort. No sports talk tomorrow.
They are State 48 Roofing. Get your call question today. Must Kevin Durant play before the playoffs? Go to @Roc and Manuch on Twitter. Yes, need team chemistry, or no, save him for the playoffs. Well, out in front, yes, need team chemistry at 77.8%. And or no, save him for the playoffs, 22.2%. Now is after I refresh it, Rock. So that's the latest.
Way to be all on it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Way to go, Manu.
You don't even need to tell us.
Good job,
in
buddy.
the future, just refresh on your own. And
there you go.
We don't need to know if you're all refreshed. Harlem Globetrotters, of course, going to be here next week. We've been talking about it quite a bit. You probably heard the promos. We'll have another, I think, 3 or 4 4-packs tomorrow to give away. We gave away 4 today, so we appreciate the Globetrotters. So we'll have more tickets to give away for Saturday, March 4th at Footprint. If you are looking for tickets for that, you just heard that the Globetrotters are back in town. It's a great time. They have 3 shows, 2 at Footprint, 1 in Glendale at Diamond Arena, Desert Diamond Arena. So if you want tickets, go to HarlemGlobetrotters.com or Ticketmaster.com. So good stuff there.
I always love the Globies. Always.
It's hard not to.
I never
you grew up loving them.
I never got tired.
The act doesn't get old.
No, never.
It's just so much
Jimmy
fun.
just went out there and slid the water bucket trick.
Yeah, if they have the water bucket trick.
I think they do.
They do. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Too tall said, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think you would be upset if you went.
they did. Yes.
Didn't have it.
Yes.
It's expected, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Hey, tomorrow we join with Right Toyota tomorrow, right down the street. Sean Salisbury join us. We'll have the executive director for Fiesta Boy, Eric Moses, since it's a
Good.
Black Appreciation Month.
Good,
And also
good.
Howard Balzer will join us, talk about those kids over there coaching the kids with the Arizona Cardinals.
Good stuff. Hey, we know you have choices. Appreciate you popping in for a little bit with us today. We're out here at Twin Peaks in Scottsdale. Looking forward to their new one opening up in Deer Valley.